Cat's broken.
Hello, and welcome to the World at War. Our Tuesday night, I forgot what day of the week it was. Our Tuesday night Scion 2nd Edition campaign here on Dire Bear. Also brought to you by yours truly over at the Territorial Network. And last week, there were some fisticuffs.
Yeah.
I believe the term is attempted fisticuffs.
There's a few.
But, well, it was mostly weapons. But anyway. So, last session, we started off at Fort Jones. The little fort that Robert Jones had built out of basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
In an empty lot there in town. You had run the big one off, the big cat off, and hopped down and started taking out some of the smaller ones to let Jaden. It was Jaden and Talarius, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That raced off after our mystery archer.
Mm-hmm.
While Connor's duplicate, faux Connor, helped protect a family that was hiding in its attic. None of the cats could get up to him, but then another hunter appeared. Dressed in typical modern-day hunting gear, other than a very old-style hood and cloak. You went through the cats pretty easily. Connor and, let's see, who was it? Sasha and Robert, I think, were shooting at them from the wall while Connor was jumping down there and kung-fuing them. Jaden Talarius had a tussle with our mystery archer in the woods. Yeah, we're giving him the business pretty good. I mean, he neither of you really seem to have a super advantage of the other one.
I wasn't giving him the business. Jaden was giving him the business.
You were assisting.
I was trying to assist.
If you think of it in D&D terms, you were the bard. You were throwing out buffs.
That is exactly how I play Talarius. Yes, that's how they play. The bard.
But he slipped away. The rest of the party, the ones that had been staying at the fort, did go and check on the family, because anything faux Connor knows, real Connor knows, so y'all knew what was going down there. Y'all showed up and took the hunter down pretty quick. Though faux Connor had done a fair amount of the work by that point, I believe.
Yeah.
He had already bonked him at least once.
So, you knocked him out. You took care of the mountain lions in the area. The clearly infected ones.
Hmm.
Well, infected might be the right term, but altered in some way. And you wound up with a prisoner. You took the cloak guy back to the fort, where Robert had been forward-thinking enough to have cells built into the thing.
And a shower.
And a shower. Don't hope he had any electricity, though, so it was a cold shower.
It's fine.
Upon waking up, though, that guy basically told Connor that he had defeated him and could take his place. All he had to do was slay him and put on the cloak, and he could take his place in the hunt. And seemed to want Connor to do that.
Yeah.
Seemed to think it was only proper. Connor has not yet put on the cloak, though. Trying to pursue the fleeing hunter, Jaden and Talarius followed him through the woods. At some distance, he had a head start on him and was probably moving faster than him. So they track him through this little stretch of woods, out into some farmland, and towards this was just a little bit of wood around the town was built around. But over this farmland, you hit some bigger woods that eventually links up with the national forest. I think it was state park something.
Sounds about
I believe
right.
it was a national forest, but I forget the name. And Jaden was pretty sure that's the direction he was headed. But her and Talarius decided not to go trekking out there by themselves.
Yeah,
Well, Smoochums had caught up
Bad
with them by
idea.
that point, but
still a bad idea.
Spruce has caught up to him.
Spruce, excuse me.
Spruce. It keeps happening.
I'm remembering both names now. I'm getting them confused sometimes. Progress.
It's all good.
So they fell back, met back up with the party. The sun came up. Samuel the satyr showed back up, and y'all's caught with y'all's van or SUV, whatever it was y'all drove out there. Having dropped the folks in the diner off in Olympus where they should be safe, he showed back up. You got the family out of their attic. You went to check on the old lady that a couple of you had run across session before last, when y'all were looking for survivors. She had been holed up in a storm cellar built up under her house. That the stairs down were too narrow for the big lion to get down there, and presumably the little ones couldn't knock the door down. Someone seems to have shotgunned the door open, and she was missing. There was no blood, didn't look like any violence taking place once whoever got inside, but she was gone. And that's pretty much where we're at now.
That sounds about right.
Can anybody think anything else that needs to be added that I forgot?
I think that's about it.
We kind of came to the conclusion that it might be something to do with the wild hunt.
That
Yes.
was what it was gonna be. We were gonna question him.
Yeah.
All right, and before we
As
get any
usual,
further, I
session.
believe I have 3 tension left over from last time, and y'all had 6 momentum.
Yes.
yeah.
Because we did manage to get through half of our momentum last session.
I think the secret to me stopping y'all from getting through half is going to be to just keep giving you as much as I can. Unfortunately, that depends more on how y'all roll than anything.
Yeah.
I'm okay with not getting a lot of momentum.
I don't know. I kind of had fun spending my tension last time.
I'm indifferent towards it, to be honest. I think a lot of it will, a lot of me using my momentum, or a lot of me using my momentum is like, is this something Talarius really wants to do? Character studies, role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they just want to soak in a cold shower.
Well, he can certainly do that.
How did he catch pneumonia? Long story. Or how did they catch pneumonia?
Long story. Don't ask questions. We're gods, right?
No.
Not even particularly close yet.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all get showered up. Y'all get the family loaded up in the SUV.
Was there any more families besides the one we saw in the thing? In the old lady that got presumably old
Those
lady
were the
nap?
2 groups you found.
Uh-huh.
If you can call one old lady a group, but
Sure.
early in the evening, you had heard some gunfire
Up ahead.
from what you thought were a few streets over. You actually realized it was probably some of the farmhouses on the outskirts of town, because the town's not that big. There weren't that many streets to go over.
I would relay that to Samuel if Samuel could go do a once over there. Just kind of like drive over there, see what's going on, drive back.
He's like, I've got the family loaded up. Oh, okay, sure. Dad's got a gun. It'll be all right.
He's got 2 guns. He's got 2 big guns. Well, for his size.
No, the father had a shotgun.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. Okay.
And y'all had
yeah,
patched
then.
him up, so he is still. He's still a little pale. He had lost, a noticeable amount of blood, but y'all have patched him up to the point that he's not in any immediate danger.
Mhm.
And so they're all loading up in the vehicle. You hear Samuel quizzing the quizzing the mom and dad on who lives in the area, where should they check first. Asking the little boy, have you ever used a pistol? You know what? Only in emergencies.
Samuel.
What? I used to start training people not way younger than him, but way younger than you. His age. I used to train people his age.
Last resort. And preferably when, the whole thing isn't on the line.
All right. Here, kid, have a knife. And he drives off.
A knife!
No!
Don't stab your sister. But anyway.
Always good advice.
Solid advice.
All right, so they drive off, hit a couple of the farmhouses.
Yeah.
Y'all are fairly certain you've probably killed most of the mountain lion population in this part of Nebraska.
At some point, the EPA is just gonna show up and be like, "What are you doing?"
Well, the trick is, all of them you've done have been tainted by the Titans or something supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do I have time to explain that to the EPA? Probably. But do I want to? No. I don't want to interact with them.
Oh, come on. They're from the government. They're here to help.
No.
Oh, that's a FEMA.
All right, so Samuel's driving around to check on some folk. Before he leaves, he does want to know, what is the plan? Do you want him to wait around until close to nightfall? Do you want him to take the family straight back to town now?
How long was it to the town before Olympus?
The one y'all stopped at kind of middle way.
Mhm.
Hour and a half or so, I guess. I think it was like a 3-hour drive from Olympus.
I think I would like. I'm just speaking as the person who this person is guiding. To have him drop them off there, get him a night over there, and then come back and help us along with whatever we've got going on over here. Because clearly we didn't get it the first time.
Okay, well, and it's early morning. He could technically drive all the way to Olympus, drop him off, and come back and be back before nightfall. It would take most of the day, but not all the day, not the whole day.
That's probably fine then. Make sure everyone's all together. Kind of see I want to see if anyone comes with the families from the farms out in the outskirts too.
All right, so final call. All the way back to Olympus, or just to the halfway point, leave him in a motel?
Olympus is fine.
Okay.
If Samuel can come back by the end of the day, then yeah.
Or whichever the family would prefer, maybe, because they might not want to go all the way back to Olympus.
A lot of them sounded like they wanted to just leave and be done with it.
Okay.
But
they're not
I guess
picky.
you could
Wherever
listen.
y'all want to drop them off. The mom kind of pushes for Olympus just because, it's got an honest-to-God hospital, and she'd like to get her husband checked
Yeah.
out. Y'all clearly knew
Fair.
what you were doing with your first aid, but he's lost a lot of blood.
Yeah.
The
fair
little
enough.
town between here and there isn't going to have like a full-fledged hospital. They might have, a general practitioner there or something, but that'd be about it. The dad's kind of like, yeah, fine. Yeah. A couple of good nights sleep, a few steaks, I'll be back to normal. But anyway, he rides off and checks a few spots. Spends maybe an hour doing that before he comes back by. There's a couple more people in the car when he comes back by. Stops just long to let you know, running these guys back. The new folks he picked up, they heard some gunfire out their way, but they weren't the ones shooting, so that means there might still be some folk, but they checked a couple houses, they honked their, drove slow through the neighborhood, well, not really neighborhoods, but the area, kind of honking their horn to get people's attention. He goes, this is all we found, so. If you're talking, Deca, I can't hear you.
That's all you found. That's all you found. We appreciate it.
He goes, I'm going to run these folks to Olympus and be back as soon as possible. He takes on off. Now, what is the band going to do?
We should question that dude.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all go question Troy Two Bulls. He does not respond to any of you other than Connor.
I might not respond to me, but I'm just gonna imbue nothing but the truth.
All right, if I recall, that means does he get to make a roll, or he just can't lie?
If he's a chump, he cannot lie. If he's not, then he can roll. It can be a clash.
Define chump.
I believe they have to match my legend.
Okay.
My legend.
He is definitely not a legend 1. So
okay. We're legend 2, so cannot lie, omit the truth, or make any misrepresentation of a material fact.
Right. If he doesn't want to answer, he simply can choose not to answer, but he can't give you half answers or lies.
Mm-hmm. But he's also more likely to speak to. That's just a thing that affects him. It's not as though it's just when I talk to him.
Oh yeah, I did Bobby Olive's legend too, didn't I? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot. All right.
So,
like I said, to the rest of you, he just doesn't speak. So.
Yeah. So you're a hunter for the wild hunt, I've been led to believe, yes? Or were?
I hunt with hair lapping.
Elaborate on that.
It's the name the hunter identified himself by.
Ah, okay.
So anybody that's got it's a cult. Yeah, anybody that's got a cult can give me a roll.
I was just about to ask. Occult intelligence or just straight occult?
Occult intelligence. Occult intelligence.
Go, Sasha, go, Sasha, go.
Only 2.
Still successes.
That's enough that you recognize that is essentially a name from the British, or the name of the British version of the Wild Hunt. Though the way this guy's talking, it's like the headhunter is calling himself that by name, as a name. But it's something out of Old English, I believe.
Okay.
Because remember, the Wild Hunt was a term that was come up with maybe as far back as the 1800s. From somebody that compiled all these different similar myths, and that's kind of what he called the I guess archetype of that kind of myth. But it would seem to confirm y'all's theory from the night before.
Let's see. So what do you hunt with?
My rifle and the beasts.
Right. How many beasts were in the hunt? I did clear out quite a many last night.
Let's see.
Lie, but he doesn't know. Doesn't know.
I think y'all killed like 8 last night.
Yeah,
Something
we did.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we murked one the night before.
Yeah.
Or during the day.
Yeah. He isn't certain. He never counted. He doesn't think there were more than a dozen.
Okay.
He never saw them gathered all in one place exactly, but and of course he's not counting the great beast.
Just kind of like nod and be like, he can't tell a deliberate lie, so you know.
Ask him where the people have gone. 'Cause there's people that have disappeared.
Yeah, that's something that's been curious. Where has the hunt dragged its prey off to?
Our lair in the forest.
And where's that?
In the forest, just outside what's considered to be the national forest.
Hilarious is just like Hilarious like pipes in like I know where that is. It's just they point out.
Yeah,
past
I
it.
mean, he gives you the direction, north and a little east of town,
As crow flies that way.
But that's where they've taken the prey.
Well, depending on how much prey they have, I might have to see if this lead hunter of yours is worthy of having me as part of his hunt.
If you could defeat him, you could become the lead hunter.
Might have to make him my prey after all.
Just sounds like a gang with extra steps.
Still useful to me for the moment, so I will leave you alive.
If you slay me and take my place, you would know where the hunt is.
True, I would. But then I wouldn't get to hunt.
He seems a little confused by that, no? Like he's thinking, no, if you join the hunt, you get to hunt.
He just
That's the whole
grins.
point. That's how it works.
He just grins. He'll figure out my meaning soon enough.
Alright, you have any other questions for him?
I wonder if it works like a drug. If you just like
Oh.
if you cold turkey the cape off of them, if it just like
Oh, the cape's gone.
Yeah, it's
no,
laying in the
I
corner.
understand that. It's laying on the corner. I get that. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if it works like if you just leave the cape off of them, eventually they'll come to their senses.
This great beast. What is it exactly? I believe I've seen it already. I just want to make sure.
This is a great mountain lion, the size of a tiger.
Right. The one that I hit and made run. Got it.
It is no predator or hunter would keep themselves a target when they cannot return the attack. That would be foolish.
Of course.
But he tells you it was the first beast Hairlapping brought into the hunt when he arrived here.
He have horns by chance?
Antlers like a great stag.
Makes sense. Tried to shoot me that night and failed miserably. But it's neither here nor there.
How are the other cats created?
How is Babby made?
He doesn't even cut his eyes in Sasha's direction.
If she'd relay it to.
That is an interesting question, actually. How does your leader get the other beasts to join the hunt? We have similar legends with my own people, but I'm curious about yours.
The same way any of us were brought into the hunt. He mixes his blood amongst the meat and we partake.
So they're just really beefy mountain lions. Okay.
All right. That's all for now. Continue to rest there and nurse your wounded self.
He is still laying with his. He is still laying in very much of a man's spread because he's quite sore and
Yeah.
swollen.
He will never recover. It's
Not
terminal.
unless he gets magical healing.
His family line ends with him.
Well, unless he's already had a child.
Yeah, but otherwise.
Yeah, but he got hit so hard, his child felt it. Anyway. And then I guess we'll leave him there.
Okay. He doesn't seem to make any attempt to escape.
Yeah, he considers himself prey now, so.
And also, it's agonizing to try to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
So
Get in
do
the
we go?
comments.
Do we go try to find this other camp?
Honestly, I'm down for it.
3 of us?
I'm a
Well,
fighter.
once
I'm
Samuel comes back.
I'm essentially useless if I'm not fighting. That's what I'm
It's
best
not
at.
true. You're a great defender. It involves fighting, but it's not in the way you're meaning it.
We all have our skills.
It's almost like Connor's got low self-esteem. I'm just a blunt object. If I'm not hitting something, what good am I?
If I can't bonk something with my staff in 5 minutes, I start twitching.
The voices get loud.
We wait for Samuel to come back, and then we go either take the do we want to risk, because that is our way out?
Mm.
It doesn't have to be our way. It doesn't have to be our only way out, does it?
Well, yeah, we could walk, but I'm not particularly fond of walking all the way back to Olympus or the halfway town.
I'm sure you could find bicycles.
I would request a free dot in athletics after we're done.
I can
Yeah,
imagine Connor riding some 10-year-old's bicycle.
He wouldn't be riding, he'd just be running.
If he can run that fast, how fast can he pedal?
Enough to destroy the bike.
I'm reminded
after,
of
like,
that
a couple
scene from
seconds.
Carnival Phantasm now, where Medusa's riding the granny bike faster than like a, a racing motorcycle. Just like shoots past everybody. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think if we can put it somewhere where we know. I wish Robert had the forethought to make a garage. Is all I'm saying.
Mm.
I feel like he could still make one if he really wanted to. It's a little garage for the.
I'm
little
sure he could
attachable garage.
build something.
Yeah. If he was here.
All right, so what is the plan? Are y'all going to go off now, or are y'all going to wait for Samuel to get back?
I vote wait for Samuel.
I also would like to wait for Samuel.
All right, so several hours pass.
Sasha's
like-
gonna study that cloak to see if she can figure anything else out about it.
Okay. Jaden and Robert are going to go start hitting some of those surrounding farms looking for more people.
Okay.
Kind of going
Don't
the
get
opposite.
killed.
Kind of going the opposite way that Samuel went with the car earlier.
Yeah.
Can you build it? Oh, never mind.
Yes, if you bring up the garage thing, he will build a garage.
I would like you to build a garage for the car so that we have an escape vehicle. Oof.
Now, it's not going to have a car in it, but yeah.
Not yet.
But you can put Sam, when Sam gets back, you can put that one in there where the lions can't get to it.
Let's make it completely like just a cube, literally just the size of the vehicle, so it just goes in, comes out.
Samuel scrapes one of the mirrors off going in. Y'all lose y'all's deposit.
Honestly,
Okay,
if
make it a
that's all
little
we
wider.
lose,
All right, so Sasha, you were studying the cloak.
yep, I did an occult roll just in case you wanted one.
Okay, that was the 5 successes. Yeah, that's
Yes, sir.
quite good.
That's 3 10s. Jeez, nice.
Nah.
Yeah, he does not need to put this cloak on. It's clearly got mind-altering effects. Someone like you, or any of you, if you were, further along that path, it might not have any effect on you. But right now, you're still essentially mortal. Mortal plus maybe, but not quite. If you were demigods, this probably wouldn't have any effect on you.
Yeah.
As it currently stands, Connor would have a better chance of resisting it than Two Bulls did when he put it down, or when it was put on him. Regular mortals don't have much chance at all against it. You guys would might have a fair shot of being able to, shake it off.
Still not recommended though.
Right.
Yeah. She's gonna take that cloak, kind of fold it up, put it in a backpack. Put a big note, do not touch.
Is this just gonna go? We're just gonna have a little vault of like cursed artifacts, like the necklace, and now we have the cloak.
Yep, it's down in the basement, big wooden doors. It's the vault from Friday the 13th, the series.
Oh God.
Down into the don't touch this basement.
To remind me that that series existed.
I actually like the series, but I don't like the movies. They weren't all winners, but you had a lot of pretty decent episodes. All right. So you spend your time doing that. Before they head off, Robert builds a garage. Then him and Jaden head off to pick off any more of the contaminated mountain lions if they happen to find any, but mostly to look for survivors.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. A little after lunch, Samuel rolls back in. He gets out and he just starts grabbing bags of McDonald's.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know if y'all, I don't know if y'all raided the diner or not, but
I do not believe we raided the diner.
No, we did not.
I don't know how warm the fries are now, but
I'll take it.
Yeah, and it's just every bag is just fries and the quarter pounder meal. He didn't know what y'all liked, so he just got the basics.
Hilarious takes a moment, like takes the onions off.
Sasha shares her fry. Like most of the fries go to Smoochums.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious when you start scraping your onions off. Sam steps over there and kind of starts catching them on his bun, the top of his bun.
I put them on the. I still put them. I'm not scraping them on the floor. I'm putting them in the box.
Oh, okay.
What I do in real life, that's what I'm going to do here.
I just order them without onions usually.
I'm not always the one ordering.
Oh, fair. All right, so y'all have a quick meal. The fries are a little cold,
Robert.
the ice and the cokes are a little melted, but
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, no one here calls it pop. Hey.
In Nebraska, they probably call it pop.
No,
It
none
would.
of the four. None of the four of us is what I'm saying.
Oh. I don't know. I call it soda pop sometimes.
Soda pop is fine. Just pop by itself is.
Yeah.
It's a tangent. Never mind.
Mm.
It's a regional thing. Buddy of mine I hang out with probably the most. It's from Kentucky, which is just far enough north that they call it pop up there. So it has
Yeah,
rubbed off on me a
Depends
little bit.
on where in Kentucky you are, because I'm from there myself. And I still call it Coke.
Because I've had my northern friends be like, "What do you call it when you order a drink?" Depends on the drink I'm ordering. If
Yeah.
I want a Sprite, I call it a Sprite. If I want a Coke, I call it a Coke. If I want a Pepsi, I call it a Pepsi.
I usually
Can I
say
get a
Coke.
soda?
I just say Coke. Will Pepsi do? That'd be all right. Or Dr. Pepper.
Is Mr. Pibb
So-
okay? Absolutely not.
It's Mr. Pibb. Okay, I'm robbing this place now.
I believe it's Pib Extra now, anyway.
Oh no.
My soda must have a doctorate. What are you talking about?
That's what Walmart decided. Their knockoff used to be Southern Thunder. Now it's Dr. Thunder.
Yeah.
I think they were worried people weren't going to realize what it was, even though they color coded it like they're. All right, this is a weird
It's
tangent.
pretty.
Focus.
And you're the one that
Sodas.
started it too.
Yes, I think I was responsible for that one.
You are.
All right. Anyway, so y'all eat, y'all head out. As
Mhm.
you're eating, you feel Samuel in on the plan. So yeah, he's packing his pistols. He's ready to go. He is passingly familiar with some of the Wild Hunt myths. As far as like what's specific to the English one, he'd have no idea.
I eat 2 quarter pounders just to show that I'm, trying to pack on protein.
Well, he only brought one for everybody, but Robert and Jaden aren't back, so okay, he had some spares.
Honestly, Connor would probably eat the other one. That's just because that man is just.
And as much
Oh,
as he
great.
pops his clone out, he might be eating for 2.
Yeah, basically.
I'm eating for 2. What? Oh,
So that I have a question then, as we're getting into this new part. So so you had your clone out. I'm asking this is directly at you, Eric. You had your
Yeah.
clone out, and you were protecting the people that were there.
Uh huh.
That clone disappears after a day or 2.
2 days.
2 days. So this is the second day. Is it gone now, or will it be gone after tonight?
It'll be gone after tonight unless somebody hits it.
Okay. 'Cause I
I
was
thought
gonna
you
be
had
like,
dissipated it last
Huh?
session. I thought you had dissipated him last session. Maybe you didn't.
Mm-mm.
Not that it matters. You could always spot him out again.
If I'm
No,
making
I was
roll,
just-
yeah.
Yeah, I was just picturing just like the morning everyone wakes up, the Connor clone's there, and they're like, what the hell happened?
So he wakes up, the Connor clone's just sitting there watching everybody.
Oh, that's creepy.
Vigil.
Mm-hmm.
Said
Anyway,
vigil.
yeah, we make our way to the national park,
Okay.
I guess.
Are y'all walking or taking the vehicle?
I also tell Samuel we'll get it in together because it's a little narrow to get it into the garage and go. Do
All right,
not.
y'all get it
mess
parked
up
in
the
there. Y'all
deposit.
shut the door. I don't know if it'd be a roll-up door or iron bars or how Robert would have done it. It's sturdy, whatever it is, so you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all have about an hour hike.
That's
You
fine.
know, back to the woods where y'all originally. Well, actually, you know which road to use now. So down the road, into some open farmland. Across
soon
the
as-
pastures.
As soon as we break into the forest again, Hilarious, instead of using mud like they did last time, they're gonna get a bunch of leaves and just like make like one of those ghillie suits.
That would take a very long time, but you're working on it.
It's fine. They're working on it.
As you're passing through here, you notice, some of these are cow. Some of this is land is cow pastures, but you're not
Mhm.
seeing any cows.
Blackjack. Sorry, wrong game.
There's a
Um,
vampire around here somewhere. I can feel it.
No, you could always
Just-
find his cows. He took very good care of them.
Teleris will look around and be like, is there like any signs of cows, like cow pies or something like that?
Yeah, you see some of that kind of stuff. Like, there's definitely been cows here not too long ago.
Could just be a barn. I'm not, not really tripping over that yet. And it's either a barn or like the mountain lions got them. Either way, like, what are we gonna do about it right now?
Last evening when y'all came through here, you don't remember seeing any. Of course, it was dark, so you just might not have noticed them, but you don't remember hearing any either.
We didn't hear a lot. We heard a lot of nothing.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it
All the
was
animals in the area seem to be all
very quiet.
Up
You
here
know,
during
in
the
the
day, you have seen
area.
a few birds flying around.
Is anyone else feeling like this place is unnaturally quiet?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, so eventually y'all make your way through the creepy AF cow pasture.
During the whole time walking, does she see any shades, ghosts, spirits, etc.? Or any entrances into the underworld?
Even or odd?
Just. Ooh.
Let's go odd.
Yeah.
No, you don't see any.
Fantastic.
Just a cow spirit just vibing right there. Like, I'm good, guys. Don't worry.
Chewing on an invisible ghost
He
cud.
keeps biting at the grass and just can't seem to get any. He can't figure out why because poor thing's just a cow.
All units be vibed.
I hate that.
Yeah.
All right, so you make it into the woods.
We're gonna ghillie suit.
Walk unnoticed.
Walking.
So Tellarius is trying to be stealthy. Connor's
They're
just
sticking a
strolling.
bunch of leaves.
Sasha's got this constant field of ignore me going.
Ignore me!
Fake Connor is using epic dexterity to hang out up in the trees.
Not the quietest way to travel, but
Monkey.
this is true, and nobody can reach you. Except maybe with arrows. Or rifles.
Or
What are
shotguns.
they again? Hunters? Yeah.
Really long sticks.
Really long sticks. Alright,
someone
give
else had a weird chicken bog.
me survival roll, everybody.
Survival on what?
Oh, let's go with survival and cunning.
Yes.
This is gonna go fantastic.
Hey, stick in the momentum.
We're doing great, guys.
Yeah, we are.
At least we got a success.
Yeah.
2 of them.
2 total.
It's not bad.
Alright, a little
Yes.
ways into the woods, you find the remains of one of the cows.
Ah.
It hasn't been completely eaten. I mean, a fair amount of the meat is missing, and it's whatever clearly got into its internal organs.
Ugh.
Just the
Wait.
internal organs?
No, a fair amount of the meat's gone, but
Mm.
but they ate most of the internals.
Okay.
Well, it did say
So
they
like-
need to mix the hunter's blood with the meat.
Hilarious is both grossed out and has memories of Abuelita doing this. Something similar with all the different cow organs.
But who doing what?
Trying to keep smoochums from rolling in it.
Grandma. Fun fact: I, Jeremy, have eaten every part of the cow.
The hoof.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look me in the eyes and see if I'm lying.
Here, eat this big toenail. Okay.
Do shave it on stuff.
So,
Carry on.
yeah.
You also find drag marks
Ooh.
and some
That's
blood
one.
where they've clearly been dragging other stuff through here.
Hmm.
If you had Jaden with you, you might have been able to pick up more, but
She's making pizzas.
without cheese, apparently.
Yeah.
That's
How does that
without
even?
cheese, apparently. She was on the Discord
Yeah.
saying, or Rap was on
Yeah.
the Discord saying they were out of cheese.
Dairy-free pizza.
For anybody watching or listening, Rap and Duba couldn't make it because of work, so.
Their boss is a dick.
Don't say that. The boss watches.
Yeah, don't have to say. He does watch
I
occasionally.
know.
Sure, their boss is a fine, upstanding individual.
I've had
Boss
soda.
is like. The boss is like watching on the phone and like, wait a minute.
Well, the boss is a manager, and any of us that have worked in retail are not going to have a high opinion of managers in general.
Yeah.
Carrying on, though. So, you find drag marks heading further into the forest.
All the drag marks.
Hard to drag something as big as a cow and not leave tracks.
Yeah.
You go a few miles further in. It's getting near dusk. If there were any kind of mountains in the area, it might already be kind of dusky, but this is the flattest part of Nebraska, so. But it's starting to get a little dim because you're in the woods. And you come across cow skulls. Fairly fresh. On stakes.
I think
How
we're going the
tribal.
right way.
What, did you say something there?
Connor's just like, how tribal.
Well, the English myths, Wild Hunt style myths, do go back pre-Rome, so their origins are pretty tribal.
Would she get anything off that occult roll? She
I
does
really want a
specialize
cow
in
spirit.
death and spirits. I mean, I'm fine with like a cow
Hey,
spirit.
I think somebody's watching us from work.
Manifesting a cow spirit.
Were you listening when we called your boss a dick? Just wondering.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, then it didn't happen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is all fine.
I say we. It was Connor.
It was me. Speaking of, I need to pull up the chat on my phone.
Okay, did I manifest a cow spirit?
You cannot. There is an effect here. These were set up to cause fear. The hunters are clearly, and obviously a normal person walking through the woods, they found a bunch of skulls on sticks. That's going to freak anybody out. There is a supernatural effect to cause some fear.
Okay.
It's not really having an effect on any of you, though. The whole Legend 2 thing.
Yeah.
With her presence of magic's knack, does she get anything else from it from that, or just that this is kind of like a fear effect?
It's really just a fear effect. It's
okay.
It's like they set them up as a fence to keep people out.
Okay.
A determined normal person could still, muster enough gumption to go through. But most people wouldn't. If you had a parent who thought their child was on the other side, they would probably manage to stumble through it. You guys, it just seems like a little extra creepy, but it doesn't really slow your roll at all.
Yeah.
A very pagan.
So should I break them or
No.
just march through?
Push through.
If we touch them, it could alert them, so it's better just to leave it be.
And they're not like real close together. It's not that you physically can't walk through them very easily.
Fair enough.
It's like 10 or 15 feet apart.
Connor just twirls the staff in his hands and just marches through.
I feel like I'm halfway through a ghillie suit at this point.
Why do you keep doing that?
He's just taping branches to his arms.
I want to make sure that I can, make it a little easier for me to move out of the way if someone shoots me. It almost worked a couple of times, but that stupid antler archer was a little quicker on the draw.
He's a little experienced.
You look like a very awkward shrubbery.
Good. That's what I'm going for. They continue on.
Really, what it is Talarius has played Fortnite. And he's just trying to do the whole hide in the bushes thing.
They absolutely have played Fortnite a couple of times. They're like,
Oh,
this game sucks.
Does Samuel make it through the fear effect? Or is his legend high enough?
Oh, it is a good question.
And Smoochums.
Samuel is a 5-dot guide, so
Oh, yeah, he'd be able to. He is visibly more creeped out by it than the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
And Smoochums... Smoochums doesn't seem to be affected by it at all, actually.
Good.
So it maybe is just people or, people adjacent things that have to worry about it.
humanoids.
Quote unquote.
He's like, can I chew on that?
Well, thank goodness Bruce isn't here. Bones! Okay,
imagine
don't touch the
both
skulls. They might know we're... crap.
Just wearing it as a hat, like a Cubone.
Oh
All
no.
3 of them.
They have to fight over who has it.
No, we just get him 3 different ones.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's hilarious. For those of you my fellow players who are wondering, this is me trying to get use a different role for defense to raise my defense when I am inevitably hit again.
Oh no, I feel you.
Alright, y'all give me one more survival cunning check.
Sure. But that's better.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh.
8 momentum.
Oh,
That's true.
that is true. Adding a momentum to your pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not good at this. This is the great outdoors. They're not familiar with it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Although Samuel is here, and that is one of his skills. Yeah.
Does
one
that
of his
actually
asset
help
skills
you,
is
though?
Survival. I don't know. You tell me, story guide.
Hey, you're supposed to know your own abilities.
I know what he gives me. I just don't know about the asset skills. I forgot about it.
All
It's not something that has come up in the narrative.
He seems to be moving fairly stealthily. Though it was not a stealth roll y'all were making.
Right.
Alright, everybody except Talarius. Well, actually, let me roll for old Samuel. Yeah, everybody except Talarius spots someone standing, up kind of the direction you're going, slightly to one side, He's hidden among some bushes, but you catch just a little glimpse off of his scope as he brings a gun up to shoot in your general direction.
Enforcing the boundary.
Shooting Hilarious, of course.
No, Rappy, we weren't. You all are off finding other people in the town. See if you can save them.
Yes, that is where Jaden and Robert are.
Yeah.
Searching a couple other spots in the town and some of the surrounding farms and stuff.
This Twitch app is so helpful. I can actually just look at the chat on my phone.
Nice.
Yep. It's really nice. Not an ad.
And I
Hashtag
promise you,
not an
Rap,
ad.
I did not do that just for the joy of watching the rest of them have to make tracking rolls.
I didn't do bad.
Are you
No,
sure
you did
about
not do
that?
bad.
For the knack roll for enforcing the boundary, want me to do just occult plus like 40-10 for her liminal?
Yeah.
I mean, I got 3 successes there, so I don't need to roll the other ones because it just needs 1 success.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And so what does that do? Adds to people's defenses, or?
I just copy pasted it.
All right.
Protects allies. May not be targeted by attacks by weapons with abilities with the firearms or arcing tags.
Okay.
So ping.
All right. Well, he's coming up. Everybody except Hilarious gets a chance to act. So Sasha shows up her shield. What does Connor do?
Connor is going to. He's gonna bonk.
Roll bonk.
Roll to
roll.
bonk
I will roll to bonk.
from 30 feet away.
Yeah. Because staff. Fortunately. Yeah.
All right, that is 2 successes you rolled. Plus you're using a staff.
Plus standing on ground.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Plus general enhancement from the staff. And where would that fourth? I keep forgetting where that fourth one is. I know I have
Epic
4.
strength, maybe?
No. Oh, specialty.
Oh, that's right. All right, so you've got 6. He's going to roll to try to get some bonus to his defense. His defense becomes a 2. So that means you've got 5 to play with. Or, let's see, 2. Yeah, you can have 1 to hit, another one. So you got 4 extra ones to play with.
Mm-hmm. So damage.
All right, so 3 of them go to your crit. Well, you get your free damage.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to use 3 of them, you could crit do 2 levels to him. Because it's 4 for most folks, but you've got that thing where you don't have to spend 3.
Yeah.
Or you could try to disarm him, knock the gun out of his hand, or however you want to do.
What I'm going to do, because I'm a dick like this, I'm going to aim the extension to go right through the scope. So 1 success to blind.
That's fair.
And then 3 successes to disarm and knock the weapon away as he probably throws it out of his hands because he just got hit through the scope with a staff.
All right, so okay, so you had
I'm
4
reminded
to
of
play
something
with.
from Freddy Krueger.
You're doing 1 for the blinding, 2 to disarm, or to use the disarm.
Right.
And then you can use 1 more of those to increase the range of how far you throw it.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I'm hitting him through the scope on the rifle, so he's probably like that.
Basically, when you pop, the rest of you see the staff telescope out. You hear the shatter of it going through the scope. Just this, sound of like something punching like a watermelon, just kind of a thump. And the guy falls, kind of stumbles back. He doesn't fall down, but he stumbles back into it, back up against a tree. And the gun is just kind of hanging there from the scope, on the staff, and then he flicks it to one side. The gun goes off into the woods. And then
Opera doesn't make that sound.
do what now?
Excuse me, I cheese it. I hope it doesn't make that sound.
What's that?
That
Okay.
Well, my shepherd is feeling better.
I guess it would
You
only
hear him
make,
barking down there.
I guess it would only make that noise if it actually went like into his skull, and then it goes.
That's fair.
But no, it slams him back against the tree. He kind of screams. He slaps one hand over an eye.
It's hilarious immediately as the staff goes out and that sound that sound is the only thing because I like, Sasha does weird stuff all the time, so enforcing the boundary, whatever. But as soon as the staff goes out, Hilarious is like, huh, what?
Yeah, and you see where the staff hit and him flick the gun. You are, you're caught up now.
Connor's gonna just dash over and then grab the guy and haul him in. So if anybody tries to take pot shots at us, boundary.
All right. So you
Well, as long
popped
as
him, and you're running
short
out there,
range.
but it would be basically another attack to actually grapple him or grab him.
So that'll be the next initiative.
Yeah. So Talarius, you see what's happened. The guy's doing that, and he kind of slaps down. Let's see what else would he be carrying? Comes up with his hunting knife.
Okay. Is he coming up at me?
No, he's drawing it and kind of taking a defensive posture.
Mm.
Oh, I see.
Maybe even
Easy.
starting towards y'all, a few steps towards you. But he doesn't have another gun on him, so.
Yeah.
Samuel's got his pistols out. Y'all want to take a shot, or are we trying to take this guy alive?
Connor over his shoulder, alive or dead, doesn't matter now.
I can question a dead man.
So alive or dead doesn't matter as he's running.
All right, so Samuel will take a shot.
I'm making sure to be out of Samuel's way.
The ghillie
Oh, you
suit
are.
is
His
so
gun's
good.
like right here next to your ear.
Yeah. Son of a. Wait, he's a satyr. It can't be that tall.
That's right. I even
Probably
described him as a
at
Danny
my-
DeVito looking satyr, so yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, have you
so
not
he's
seen
probably
Pan
like
the
at
Rapper?
my hips.
Yeah.
Oh, some satyrs are quite tall. This one is not.
No, this is effectively Phil from Hercules.
Hercules.
The fella goes down. Sam
Fair.
kind of goes, pow! Ugh. Fat lot of good his knife did him.
Parry this, you freaking casual. Oh, good shot, Samuel. Aw,
Well, your pop sent me to train you for a reason. He
See
goes,
that.
he goes trotting up towards the. Connor, of course, gets there first.
Yeah.
This guy's dressed in, normal hunting get up. Though his is a little older, like an older style.
Yeah.
Still with the unusually old styled cloak. It's an old man.
Oh no.
the old man looked familiar.
No, you don't think you've seen him before.
Okay.
He's mumbling
Let's see if
something,
he's-
and Samuel leans over to kind of listen.
see if he's got a wallet.
Yeah, he's got a
Sure, the
wallet.
great. I was gonna say, I'm sure the hunt doesn't say you can't have worldly possessions.
Rifle.
Yeah, he's got a wallet.
Does it have the address of the old lady's house, or like a picture of the old lady and him, or
Yeah, both of those actually.
Oh no.
Uh, so Samuel starts fiddling with the guy, because Samuel's probably got some first aid.
Not that I would immediately know, just based on, we saw that the lock from the old lady's place got shotgunned. Uh, but this weapon would not match that just from like a casual glance.
It
Would
looked like he was about to shoot you with a rifle,
Right.
and it was definitely a
I
shotgun
understand.
used on the door.
Right. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Okay.
Sasha's
at
gonna
least-
pull the cloak off?
Samuel was already doing that,
Okay.
and
Pull
then
it
he
off,
steps
Samuel,
back
don't
and
put it on.
twirls it around and puts it on his shoulders.
No.
No. No.
He's doing it before you realize he's doing it,
God.
and he's got an almost blank look on his face while he's doing it.
Sasha's gonna try to snatch it.
All right, give me a boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-doo. Basically, this would be like a hand-to-hand combat roll, so close combat.
Oh,
And
Dexterity?
Dex or might, whichever one you'd rather use. All right, so that's 2 successes.
one of his asset skills is close combat, so this is gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, wait a minute. Was Connor not affected by that compulsion because of his legend?
That was Sasha's best guess, yes.
Okay.
If you'd actually put it on, you might have, it would have had a chance at getting you. But
Okay.
or no, her guess was that you'd be able to resist it. I don't think she was aware of the potential compulsion to put it on at all. All right, he got 2 successes. You got 2 successes. But ties go to the player.
I got 1 success, unless that was.
Wait, I'm
was
looking at
trying
the
to as
last
well?
roll. I'm looking at the last roll Eric made. I hadn't scrolled down far enough. My bad.
Unless he was also trying to grab it.
I mean, Connor was next to him, so if he saw it, he'd make the attempt.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll then.
Since he was told to not put the cloak on.
There was a long talk about this.
Yeah, there was.
We-
So it was
we-
so might or dex in close combat? You said?
Might or Dex, yeah. Either one's fine.
I use might because I have
Though with you, I think it's probably comes out about the same as far as actual dice to roll.
if I use might I get an extra enhancement because Earth.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
And this isn't
other-
really you. And truthfully, your epic strength should give you something. Just because
Yeah.
this is you trying to pull something away from him, not popping him or
Yeah.
anything.
So 3?
All right.
Unless we want to count his automatic +1 scale from epic strength when it comes to lifting, pulling, dragging, and stuff like that. In which case it'd be 5. But
Yeah,
Either way, you beat him.
we'll do that. We'll do that. Basically, the epic strength will factor in, assuming you beat him on the roll, as far as you being able to snatch it out of his hand because he hasn't got the strength to keep it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sasha's
So-
kind of tugging on it, but not really getting anywhere. It just starts to settle on his shoulders when Connor goes. He just yanks it completely out of his hand. Once
Samuel?
he loses contact with it, for a second he looks kind of angry, like he's going to reach for it, and then he just sort of shakes his head.
Samuel.
Right, so you're not
Hilarious.
going near any of the hunters.
We had a discussion about this.
Crap.
No
I was-
touchy.
Sasha started looking at his wallet, looking up, said, I was about to do first aid. I must have touched it when I was. Because he was telling me that whole thing about, put on my clothes, become a hunter or whatever.
We're just going to take this cloak and put it in this backpack here. And she puts it in her backpack.
The backpack of cloak holding. Oh, should we try to help the old guy now?
Yes.
All right, who's got medicine? Not Connor. I've got his sheet pulled up right here.
Nah.
What was the question?
Not Sasha.
You know, I think it was Jaden that had the medicine.
Yep.
It is, yeah.
Is
Though I
Jaden?
mentioned that Samuel would have a little bit.
Yeah, you did say Samuel would have bit.
That's a little bit, not a good bit.
That's us. Like stamps a band-aid on you, you'll be fine. Walk it off.
Well, there's one success, which happens to be a
It's a
10. so
gunshot and a
that's one.
concussion. Just walk it off.
Yeah. Back in my day, you guys were a lot tougher.
So he does some first aid, takes some gauze out of his little first aid kit, stuffs that into the bullet wound. It's kind of high, so it didn't get a lung or anything. He's like, are we taking this guy with us? So we're just going to leave him here and try to get him on the way back?
Where's Clone Connor?
Where is Faux Connor?
From upside down, hanging on a branch of the tree. You called?
Could always have him take him back to the Fort Robert.
Actually, we kind of know where Jaden and Robert are at. I can go take him to them. Have Jaden take a look at him.
And then take him back to the fort. Probably.
Yeah. Lock him up with the other one. Well, separate cell. You know what I meant.
Once they're
Yes.
defeated, they don't seem much trouble.
No, they're very submissive upon defeat.
Yeah. Separate
Well,
cells.
and the old guy is completely unconscious.
Oh,
I mean,
that's even
he's
easier.
not in. Sam has stabilized him, but that don't mean he's in a good way.
Right.
So Faux Connor will pick up the nice old man who we just need to save his wife now, and he will run the old man to Jaden to get medical treatment from her.
All right.
And he'll use the outfit sort of like Fake Connor will like take off his coat, sort of like wrap it around the guy's neck as kind of like a brace, and then take off at max speed.
Pew! He's dead now. Oh,
Try not to give the guy whiplash.
Hence the brace.
I'm just picturing Faux Connor taking off through the woods. First branch that snags him. Poof.
the first really bad friction burn.
Mhm.
But no, so Faux Connor takes off, heading back to the fort, because that's where Robert and Jaden would show back up.
Yeah. Well, Rappy, you might make it back to the conclusion then.
You might get back in time to roll to see if you can save this old man's life.
Yeah.
Or one of us, whatever happens.
Well, that's true. Things could go badly.
It could.
All right, so back to the main
You have-
party.
You have 2
Mhm.
bards and a berserker.
So Faux Connor has raced off with the old man, trying to get him some help.
Yeah.
While this fight certainly wasn't silent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I forgot Samuel shot. I was thinking the old man didn't get a chance to shoot, but Samuel shot, so
Yeah.
the jig may be up. Though you don't hear any noise in response.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's even more concerning. Still working on a ghillie suit.
Just very quietly
not
picking
gonna
up a
stop.
branch, sticking it in their hair.
Sliding a branch down the back of their shirt. The leaves, spraying out behind their head like a peacock's feathers.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what poison ivy looks like? Just in case.
Also,
It's ivy,
poison
right?
oak.
There's a poison oak.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Shit.
What about these vines that I've been tying the branches onto myself with? Oh no.
Surely it does exist in Nebraska. They don't even have trees, really.
They have a national forest, but I do.
Somehow Sarah and I
It-
both are just like, "Huh?"
You can get poison ivy just if someone happens to be burning the leaves, depending on your sensitivity.
Yeah.
Jeremy knows that. Talarius doesn't.
Yeah.
Single
I'm
person.
role playing.
Mm.
Sasha, whose grandparents own a plant store, is just like, oh no, oh no.
Decca is just playing city folk.
I actually have fought poison ivy in real life. It's not fun. Anyway,
All right, so
getting
y'all
all-
continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular plan as to how you're proceeding?
We still have those drag marks potentially to follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're pretty sure you
So-
know what direction to go.
Yeah. So Connor's gonna kind of suggest us following that.
Okay. So y'all continue on for a while. You come to a spot where there are cow carcasses hung up from the trees. It looks like they were hung up here and cleaned, like you would clean any kind of animal. There's a couple of deer as well,
Hmm.
or maybe they have antelopes out there. I forget. But
Some kind of deer-like device,
yeah.
animal.
Clearly, it's some of the animals they've been hunting, and one human body.
Also strung up.
Just like the rest of them.
Who is it?
Well, you can't really tell. They've been skinned and their head is missing.
Fair.
Pretty much like the cows.
Can she see a ghost?
I would say it's recently enough and violent enough that this person probably has not come to peace with it yet. So yeah, there's a person standing next to the body and appears to be weeping. No one else sees or hears anything.
Actually, I'm gonna go. She kind of points to where Ghost is.
You're gonna what now?
There's someone over there.
And she points
Yeah,
over where the
their
human
head-
body is hanging.
The
There's
head's
a-
cut off and.
There's a ghost.
Oh, right. I forget you can do that.
Forget how freaky you are.
It's freaking weird, man.
He's gonna extend the staff as he'll launch himself up into the trees so he can keep an eye on the 3 as a vigil while she's talking.
Enforcing boundary is still active.
Yeah.
Talarius will just hang out with Samuel.
Keep Smoochums from eating the cows, please.
Smoochums?
Smoochums is standing under one of them, but it's just high enough he can't get to it.
Those pudgy little legs, like just.
What is that? What is that Greek myth about where like every time they try to get closer to like water or something, it just like gets out of place?
I forget which one that was.
Yeah.
It's not Sisyphus because he rolls the rock up the
That's a
hill.
rock. Yeah, it's
But
Sisyphus.
yeah, he's chained in the water. But anytime he kneels down to try to get a drink, the water level drops.
Yeah,
It's almost
That's what
like
I'm
the
thinking of.
fox and the grapes too.
that's what I'm thinking of here.
In the myth with Hades and Persephone, Persephone gives him a drink. You know,
Mhm.
she goes down and cups some water and gives it to him, which ends up just making his thirst that much worse later afterwards because now he knows how good the water is.
Yeah.
Going to go up to this ghost, male, female, young, old.
It's a man. Looks to be late 60s, early 70s. You know,
Okay.
old enough, definitely old enough to be retired, but you know, based on his ghost, he was pretty healthy before he was killed.
Is the ghost wearing a cloak?
It is not. No,
Okay.
he's just wearing
Um,
like a flannel shirt and overalls.
okay. She just kind of goes up, sir. Wait, how can I help you?
I think it's too late for that.
It's too late for that, of course, but what can I do to bring you peace?
I don't know. I'm trying to go, and something's not letting me. I mean, and he looked at his body. This is, I mean, this was a really bad way to go.
It is.
But I lost my wife a few years back, so I know I got somebody waiting on me if I could just go. But something's holding me here. Something.
Well,
I've got a terrible fear of what's coming.
coming.
I mean, they got me strung up like a side of beef.
I'll make sure we bring you down to give you a proper burial, if nothing else.
I'd appreciate that.
You said you can't leave.
No, I feel like I should be going off somewhere.
Around, does she see anything that might be doing that?
Give me an occult cunning roll.
Look at you with the 5 successes.
Yeah. At a distance, you didn't see it. Up close, it's like there's tiny webs. It's like a spider's web, as far as like thickness or whatever. Up close, you can kind of see it, and it's like he is netted to his body some kind of way. You've not heard of something like this before, and you don't think it's something that happened accidentally or naturally.
Yeah.
You
Does
don't
she
notice anything like this with the cows, though.
Does she think if they kill the caster of this, that it will lose its power?
I know you got 5 successes. It's possible that if you take out the leader of the head of the hunt, it's possible all the magic he's done, the fear barrier, all that might go away. Well, in fact, you're fairly confident it should go away if you kill him.
Okay.
It's also possible that if you took the body down and destroyed it, cremated it, maybe just a proper burial. Though a proper burial by whose standards?
Yeah.
You can't give him a proper Greek burial because you can't put coins on his eyes. But a cremation or something would probably do it. Like I said, burying him might.
I think I'm fairly sure there's magic holding you here. If we kill
I always heard the
the
stories, but I never really believed it.
caster, yes, it's
The guy with the antlers?
if we kill the guy with the antlers, it may release you. If that
Yeah,
doesn't work,
he was the one that did the cleaning.
that would make sense. It may be part of the ritual to keep your spirit here.
There was another one.
Another person kept like you?
Yeah.
Where at?
He gestures over, and you see an area where there's some blood and stuff. Where it looks like one of the some of this another one of these preparations must have gone, but the body's gone. Yeah, he was a fellow named Brian lived down the road from me. They drug him up here the same night they drugged me up here.
Did they happen to
He
say
rubs his shoulder.
why?
It was that big cat that got me and drugged me up here. But he was stuck like me. And then a little earlier tonight they came and got took him down and carried him off that way. He gestures kind of the direction of the drag marks. Well, actually, the drag marks pretty well stop at this point.
Did they happen to say why or have any clue why they would?
No, they weren't big on explaining stuff. The cats and the people, I don't think, could see me. The guy with the antlers could.
That is concerning. For now, I hate to tell you this, but you would just have to wait.
I understand.
We'll do our best to get you released by killing this man. And if that doesn't work, we'll come back and either have your body cremated or what would be considered a proper burial for you?
Just put me in the dirt. I mean, it'd be nice if if you got a preacher to say a few words over me or something, but nothing too fancy. I mean, I'm just just a farmer. I'm a simple fella.
Okay. If we can't find a way to cremate you, we'll have that done.
Thank you.
Some way to get your soul released. See your wife.
I'd appreciate it.
She just kind of gives him a nod and goes back to the others.
And he still looks morose as you walk off, but he's no longer openly weeping.
What was all that? I didn't even see you talk. It was just like a weird.
Actually, they probably you would probably have, or Tlaris would probably have seen and heard her side of the conversation.
Yeah, she's not doing anything crazy.
Mm-hmm. It was like a one-sided conversation type of thing.
She's just talking.
It's even more awkward.
Just talking on like she's like she has those earbuds in and.
So whenever you mention whenever he no, because they wouldn't have heard it. Something about like burying in the ground, but if the conversation ever went to Barry and Hilarious overheard like Sasha say it, they would be like, I mean, you can just bury him right here.
It still might not release his body or his spirit.
What was he in life?
He was a farmer.
Was he that farmer?
That farmer?
The farm we passed on the way over here.
I'm not entirely certain. She'll turn back and ask, were these cows yours?
Most of them. Yeah, he described the farm. He describes the one y'all basically walked through the field of.
This was his farm.
You saw a house a little bit further down from his, which was probably that other guy he was talking about that lived down the road from him.
Maybe we bury him at his farm.
Let us first see if magic is weird. There's something connecting him up. There's a web of some kind keeping his spirit here. For what, I'm not sure, and he's not sure either.
Can't see shit.
But he said that the man with the antlers could see him even while he was dead. And that they took his friend from down the road, and he thinks they did something similar to him. So to release him, we either need to kill the antlered man or cremate his body or a proper burial. But a proper burial and a cremation are not guaranteed.
They are if we do them.
Sasha,
Are you a
They're not.
priest?
They're not getting it.
Sasha, you begin hearing screaming in the distance.
She whips her head around, like, looking for it.
It's kind of off in the distance that y'all would, deeper into the woods, kind of like y'all were already headed.
Do Talarius or Connor react to it, or Samuel?
No.
I'm just looking
I
at
mean,
this
Samuel looks.
fucked up.
Samuel gets alert when your head whips around, and he kind of looks in that direction, and
Do any of you
well,
hear that?
Hear
Yeah.
what?
You don't hear the screaming.
No?
sounds like a man screaming.
How
hear anything.
close?
A distance away. It's not like it's just right,
Okay.
a few yards from you or nothing.
Is the farmer ghost reacting to it?
And when you glance over at him, he's looking in the same direction that's screaming. It's kind of like he looks upset.
Okay, so they've probably just killed the other guy. Or the other guy realized he's dead.
And it wasn't one scream; it's ongoing.
She looks like visibly unsettled.
Glad I can't hear it, judging by the look on your face.
I'm guessing they're over that way.
Do we want to do this quietly, or do we just go?
Considering the man can see ghosts.
Being able to see ghosts doesn't mean he can see someone in the shrubs. That's not how true sight works.
Right. Shall we go then?
Onward. Solaris is gonna at least attempt to go quietly.
Yeah.
Samuel checks his make sure his guns are completely loaded. We either send this guy to hell or we die in hell. Let's go.
That's.
Don't worry.
I
Greek hell doesn't suck completely.
can't believe he just quit at 300. They walk off.
What? You didn't like that movie? I mean, it's historically inaccurate as shit, but don't get me started
Zack
with the current
Snyder-
propaganda. It was, but
Zack Snyder is a hack, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. They walk off.
but there
Walk
were
unnoticed,
so few shirts.
enforcing the boundary.
Hey Samuel, how fast are you?
Depends on what's chasing me.
Can you keep up with me?
Oh. No, Maybe if I had a car. Can't keep up with anybody else around here.
Fair. All right. And Connor will keep pace.
He's like, what? Like he's walking in slow motion, following
Oh,
everybody else jogging
no.
along. All right, y'all break into a clearing.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha, you see the spirit of this guy. He's a little younger than the fella you were talking to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, early mid-50s. Looks like somebody that's worked outside most of his life. There are 4 coyotes eating his body. And the body has been, prepared like the animals and the guy further back. All of you see the coyotes eating the body.
Yeah.
They're starting to foam at the mouth.
Do I see
Connor's
anybody
gonna-
like?
Connor's gonna
Okay.
zip forward and
All right. At this point, all the coyotes would count as
reveal.
Trivial.
trivial. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't have the boon active, so I can't hit everything.
Oh, okay.
I have to sacrifice a point of legend to activate the boon to emulate it.
But the spirit is screaming while they're chewing on the body.
But yeah, Connor's gonna zip forward and basically try to sweep the coyotes away.
Same.
Clarice is gonna go down and just like get, shoot, get out of here.
Same type of magic web visible.
Yes, it is connecting this guy to his body.
To his body.
Though the lines, you see the lines are like glowing red when you see them now.
Yeah, she's sending smoochums in after the coyotes too.
I'll go ahead and
Alright, so y'all all race forward. While Samuel goes, I don't see any people. And he has his guns out. He's starting to like turn,
Yeah, I don't see anybody either. This could be a trap. It's fine if we know it's a trap, right?
Could be.
Yeah.
It's fine that we know when we know it's a trap, right? That's how that works.
It's not a trap if we know it's a trap.
Yeah, exactly.
But your reactions were all run for the coyotes, so y'all didn't realize it was a trap.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, we were aware it's a trap. We just weren't sure the specifics of the trap.
alright.
Do we need to roll initiatives?
After the surprise round, yes.
Sweet. Enforcing the boundary is still active, just so you know. That's active until I turn it off.
Okay. Let's see. Let me read how that went.
All firearm and arcing tagged weapons are
Useless.
non-functional.
Yeah, boy, this guy's doing taint natural.
Ah, big boy.
Still,
Yeah.
if he happens to be using a gun, or any of his buddies happen to be using a gun,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Big
yeah.
fucked up-
Anybody
Big
with using a
fucked up
regular
coyote running
firearm.
up on us.
All right.
oh, there probably is.
Oh yeah, we're actually look at the
You have to
knives.
branch out for cats.
Y'all hear in just rapid succession. Y'all hear a, and one arrow is headed towards Connor, and the other
Okay.
one, we'll go even. Hilarious, odd.
Would a bow
It's-
count as an arcing weapon?
Yeah.
Arcing? No, I don't think so. All right, so even will be Hilarious, and odd will be Sasha. All right, so Sasha.
Oh, it hasn't hit me for once.
All right, he's taking 2 shots, basically multiple actions,
Right.
which means he has to divide his successes. Oh crap, that's 3 tens. So he has to divide his. Yeah, but those 3 tens are the only successes he got. All right, so that's 3. Rerolling the 10. 2 8s. All right, so it's 5 successes total. He'll apply 3 of them to Connor and 2 of them to Sasha.
Do we get to make any kind of defense roll, or because it's a surprise round? No.
I don't remember if that is a limit on it or not.
Hmm?
I'll let you go ahead and make the rolls if you want to, since Samuel's, shouted something just before the shot went off. It's really just that this guy gets that one free shot.
So my defense is a 4
Okay.
right now.
What was that? Stamina and what?
Oh, it's whatever resilience.
Yeah,
attribute.
any of that bottom row. Now, composure wouldn't really make sense in this kind of instance, but
Yeah, that would be more for to keep, like, if it was a psychic attack kind of thing.
yeah, now that would work.
1 is better than none.
1 is better than none.
Well,
he
that's
was
2.
he was using 2 to hit you, so that bumps you up to 2. Ties go to the player. So
And then he just misses me entirely.
yeah, because he had 3. Yeah, because 2 bumps up to 3. In both cases,
No. 4. It's a stamina roll, and I'm on the ground.
oh, I forgot about
So-
the ground thing. So in both cases, y'all basically feel the wind off the arrow. He didn't miss by much. And then there is a roar as the big boy runs in. And he will pounce at Telarius.
Ooh. But I can see that
Here.
one, and I can do something.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Big kitty, 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 kitty. 1, 2. All right, 2 successes on Telarius.
Uh-huh.
I'll be right back.
So if you get any successes on a defense roll, you manage to avoid the attack.
Oh man, what do I want to use for defense? Oof. I'll just use stamina. Would my completed ghillie suit count as like cunning or something, or like manipulation or some shit?
I think it's got to be a resilient stat.
I'll
For
let it
defense
be-
rolls, yeah, it has to be resilience.
Which
Okay.
only confuses me in that I think dexterity would be something you could defend with too. The whole get out of the way thing. But
Yeah, that doesn't make
that,
yeah,
that,
doesn't make
that
sense
seems
to
a
me
little
either.
odd, though. For the rest of them, it kind of makes sense.
All right.
But I'd let you, you can use resolve or stamina.
Okay. I will use resolve.
Okay.
Oh God.
Wow.
3 10s.
So that is 4 successes.
That bumps me up to a 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he missed you by a mile.
Just
Clearly, he could tell where you were, but he swapped a little too far to one side, so all he got was some of the tree limbs and bushes you were holding.
the ghillie suit worked.
But he's on you like a cat on a Christmas tree.
Solaris just has their arms up.
Pulls out a large laser pointer, distracts the beast.
I have a flashlight. It's close enough.
All right, now we roll the initiatives.
All right. I can.
That is, of course, your combat rolls.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes,
I should probably look at my hunter stats and not at Connor stats to roll this.
I think it's a combat resolve.
If I have
I think it's just whatever you roll, whatever you would be rolling for your combat. Whatever combination you roll.
Fair enough.
If I have a specialization in my combat role, does that apply here if I'm going to be using it?
What is the specialization?
Pugilist.
If you're gonna be going fisticuffs
Yeah,
with him, I'll let you count.
I intend to be doing fisticuffs. Yes. I will use dexterity for.
Four.
Initiative time.
Yep, I'm
successes.
rolling it.
All right. Don't need a pen. I got a pen. All right. So that
Ah, momentum.
Does that count for initiative rolls?
is. I don't
Only
know if it
zero
does.
roll.
You got to announce, and you got to announce momentum before you roll.
Well, no,
I've been.
I was just saying we got a momentum because I got a 0.
Oh. We'll count it for right now. Check it.
I'm pretty sure it's any roll. That's 0.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so he got a 4. And my beastie. Two.
Is Sam just going on my turn? Like familiars.
Yeah, I'll just give him a roll in your turn. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and Rappy has wished you good luck.
Oh boy.
All right, so how many successes?
We're gonna need it.
All right, so Connor, how many successes did you get?
I got 4.
All right, so the players have a 4 slot. Sasha? Goose
One
egg.
goose egg.
Goose egg.
And Telarius.
2.
Okay. All right, so players have a 4, and the hunter has a 4. So that means we both have. All right, so 4 players. Ties go to the player, so I'll let y'all go before my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's the storyteller on a 4. Then it's a player on a 2, and then it's the story guide on a 2. And then it's a player on a 0.
What's the? Is this a mountain lion or is it a jacked up coyote?
This is the tiger size thing.
Ah.
This is the
Okay.
big boy.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and reveal now. You have actually wiped out the regular mountain lion sized ones. That's why they were downgrading the coyotes.
Downgrading.
We need more troops. Because
Do we manage to like shoo away the coyotes? At least.
Any of them, Connor ran up and hit at least one, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the process of, and then surprise round happened.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't know if you want to count those 7 successes I got or not.
If you went ahead and made the roll for the attack, we'll use it. And
All right.
you can split those. For simplicity's sake, and because you got so many successes, you want to just say you split those up amongst the coyotes?
Basically, that's what he was going to do. Is he was just going to sweep the field.
Because they are starting to be affected by the stuff, but they are not any stouter than normal coyotes at this moment. You know, this process, this ritual has only just started. I mean, it's probably too far along for them to just like return to nature, but so they were going to need to be put down. But
yeah.
So yeah, you just run and play whack-a-mole on them.
Basically, and then
then the arrow. All right, so top of the order is the players. Pick who goes.
Dibs. Dibsies.
Go for it.
See, reflexively, I will activate Skin Like Stone.
Okay.
And then I will go over to the big cat. And I'm going to swing at the big cat.
Oh,
I took a big
wow.
swing at the big cat. That is 3 momentum we get for that.
Why 4-3?
Because it is a specialty of mine.
Okay, you get one for it being a 0.
Yeah, hold on. It's in here somewhere.
1 because it's a specialty. Gives you an extra one.
Yes. And oh no, it's just 2 because I didn't get a 1 in
Alright.
there. So it's just 2.
And before the fight goes any further, Rappy has redeem points to hydrate us. So anybody that's got a drink, take a drink.
And
Closest
I've
I
been
got is his
stretching
body
this
armor.
whole time.
And she is active. She has brought on a stretch, so everybody stretch their muscles before you get into a fight.
Yeah. I apparently
Off on
needed
the
it.
bed, it's hard to stretch.
It's like flopping onto the floor face down count.
Well, you're stretching out, so I would say so.
Okay. And my internet burped there.
Coyotes are dead, and Connor missed swinging at the cat.
So you have a couple extra momentum.
Cool.
Yeah, so we
At
got
2,
we're
it's a
we're at
specialty.
11.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
10.
Yeah, 10. All right. So that was Connor at the top of the order. Now it is my guys' go. And we're going to let the big boy go first.
Alright.
Mr. Mountain Lion. The Nemean Mountain Lion. And he is still trying to claw the mess out of Hilarious. Connor would have gotten his attention, but he didn't actually hit. So.
Yeah.
All right, he got 3 successes. So if you would like to make a defense roll, please do so.
3 successes.
Come on, man. The cat just wants to maul you a little bit.
Absolutely not.
Just a little nibble.
Just a little nibble. Just one bite. Just
Nope.
one little bite.
I spent the entire scene in the forest, like, making this suit. I'm gonna use it.
Just wants, he
Alright.
thinks you're a giant bush of catnip.
Christmas tree. It's a walking Christmas tree. It must be
Should not have
filled.
glitter bombed those pineapples. Not pineapples, pine cones. God.
Wow.
All right, players go. So y'all pick one. Connor's already gone, so Sasha or Hilarious.
I failed.
Would you like to attempt to go, or you want me to go?
I would like to attempt to, in front of Samuel, punch this giant mountain lion in between the eyes.
Punch the giant mountain lion.
Alright. Dexterity, close combat. I will spend 2 momentum.
Okay.
That's 4 successes. Whoops! I rolled that very wrong.
Yeah. 2D 110. Yeah, that's not right.
I got a 10.
Ooh.
All right, so roll. So that gets you up to 5 successes, and you roll again. All right, so 5 successes.
6 successes.
You got
6 successes.
4,
I have a
5,
specialty
6.
in
You're right.
pugilist. Yeah.
All right,
So,
special.
uh-huh.
All right, so you got 6
Bumping.
to go with. Let him roll his little defensives.
This is just gonna be vampire all over again with, like, Blackjack and that one Nos just beating the crap out of each other and doing 0 damage.
Or actually, this guy doesn't have a full stat block, so I'm not sure how that works. Well, his defense is a 3 anyway.
Mhm.
So okay, so you got 6. It takes 3 to hit him.
Mhm.
So you've
So
hit him and got
that's-
3 to play with.
Okay. Man, blinding does nothing in this case. I'm gonna. I would like to. Wow, I can't do much on here, huh? Just because I said I was going to anyway, I'm going to blind it.
Okay.
Just because I bonked in between the eyes, and that makes sense. And as I do that, I will.
Now he has 1 heavy armor, which means you have to
Mhm.
switch. If that's the one, I always get it and soft mixed up. I think it's the one where you'll actually have to spend 1 success to do damage.
That's
fine.
soft.
Cause that's soft. All right, he's got
That's
2
soft.
soft.
Hard armor
No way.
automatically increases his defense rating.
Okay, he's got heavily armored, which counts as 1 soft and 2 hard. The 2
Okay,
hard
so-
are why his defense is a 3, so that's already taken into account. So the 1 soft is yes, you'd have to spend.
I have to spend a success. Okay. Okay, so then instead I'll just spend a success, and
Because you got 3 to
I
play with, so you can
will-
do 1 to blind,
so yeah.
1 to
So what
actually
I'm
do
gonna do,
damage.
I'm gonna one to blind, 1 to do damage, and then I'm gonna bonk it. Like the bonk will just like I'm intending to make it like disorient the creature a little bit, and I'm gonna use the last success to do a feint, so that whoever the next person to attack gets an enhancement win.
Okay.
So just it's like between the eyes and then again like around the temple area.
Or
Just
just a
like,
blow
you just-
between the eyes,
Yeah, just
You crossed his eyes briefly, and then he kind of staggers.
yeah. That's where I'm going with that. I think that'll be that.
So how does Telarius feel? He punched something that felt like a brick wall, but the brick wall staggered back.
He's like, ow. It worked, I guess.
You hear Sam, oh, that was a nice one, kid. See how you brace with your feet and you put your hips and your shoulders into it?
Yeah. It's like you taught me.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then Sam tries to shoot it.
I will like back out of the way.
Well,
Whatever he
good
gets, he has the
successes.
plus. He has a 1 enhancement on it, and then whatever he has on his weapons,
So yeah, he's got a 2.
if anything.
He does have the specialty with firearms.
Oh, I spent 2
Or actually,
points
do
already.
you have specific stats for him?
The only thing that it gives me is his asset skills, which would be close combat and survival.
Okay.
But I don't have like a stat block for him.
Okay. I've been using kind of average person rolls for him for the most part, but
Mhm.
but we've established that he does guns, so so he hits, but the bullet just picks off,
Ping. Okay.
and you hear him curse. Well, it's in Greek, but you assume it's a curse, and then mumble something about anemians under his breath, in a tone of voice like he's thinking, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I know better than to shoot one of these things." He just got so caught up in the moment.
Try headbutt.
Because oddly enough, bludgeoning damage they are not immune to.
Mm-hmm.
Which, to be fair, it's how Hercules killed the Nemean lion in the actual myth.
Yep.
Mhm.
He did bash upon its skull. Alright, so that was our second player. Now me Hunter gets to go. Her lapping is going... Okay. Sasha needs to give me
Uh-oh.
Feeling personally attacked.
Yes, you're being personally attacked.
Sweet.
You know, on second thought, I don't think this is really a resisted something. All right. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 successes. So that's 3 enhancements he gets on his attack. All right, now he's attacking you.
Huh?
Concern.
Yeah, same.
Oh, he does have to burn attention to do this though. So burning one of those. Not for extra dice, but just to pull the ability off. Alright, so we got 4 successes on his roll. 3 successes on the previous stealth roll using a custom knack he's got. So the arrows had been coming from the other side of the camp, from basically where you are. But you feel a presence behind you right before he tries to drive the knife home. Would you like to make a defensive roll?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd really love to.
Roll high.
I'm
Get
gonna
some
try.
gains.
Might use some momentum.
Go for it.
Remember to call how many you're going to use before you roll.
Oh, I'm just getting the stamina close combat in.
Oh, no. This is a defense roll. It's just
Oh wait,
the
no, it'd
stat.
just be the it'd just be the
It'd
stamina.
just be the
Never
stamina.
mind.
Plus however many how many would you like to roll? How many momentum are you going to burn?
We were at 6, so technically we only have to
We're at
spend 1
8.
to get. No, right. We were when we started today at 6. So we would only
Okay.
have to.
So what are we at currently? Did we
We're
use
at
any?
We're at 8. I just used
Okay.
2.
Oh, I forgot to
yeah,
take off the
yeah.
2 you used. These were supposed to make it
I'm
easier to keep
gonna
up with.
use like at least. I'm gonna use 2.
Really?
Awesome.
Just 2?
Oh
Yeah,
my
no-
god.
You know what? If
So-
if this F's me over, it F's me over.
All right. So you were burning 2. Roll 2 extra dice.
Oh, I can't use them if I don't get a success, can I?
The momentum are extra dice.
What?
Oh no.
Okay.
No. Are they extra dice or are they enhancements?
They're extra dice.
They are extra dice.
That's right. They're
one
about
of the only
they're about the only thing that adds extra dice to a roll outside of just your
Yeah.
stats.
That went great, guys.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so
On the upside, I got us back one of the momentums.
Yeah.
True.
So we're at
No.
7.
no, you didn't.
Yes, I did, because I rolled a 0 on my
oh.
first one.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the 8, but that was where they added the dice together. I was thinking that was
Yeah.
an 8. And it counted as 1 success. My bad. You're right. I'll give you 1 back. Bless your heart.
I earned that one back, thank you.
Yes, you absolutely did. All right, so you take the full 7 to the back.
Oh.
Not 7
okay.
levels, 7 successes.
Okay.
Let me specify there. All right, so
That
he's
could be
going to do
concerning.
damage for sure.
Yeah.
He's going to spend 4 of those to crit you, so you take 2 levels. Let's see, and then the 3 extra he's got to play with. Oh, why couldn't he have had just 1 more? Then he could have double
Yes,
critted.
please. Please maim please maim Sasha. Absolutely.
No.
So he's got 3 left. He could establish a grapple. Is Sasha holding a weapon?
No, because she had done enforcing the boundary and hadn't pulled out any weapon.
All right, and disarm specifically says item, weapon or item out of their hand, so he can't grab it out of your belt.
I was thinking that too because of the mountain lion, but there's nothing. They don't have a weapon.
Yep.
Rip off their arms.
Doesn't look like you can do multiple blindings to stack up.
Hi, Rappy. It's going just as good as it sounds.
I bet it is. We're on our due is stopping for sodas, and we'll be home in like the next maybe less than 10 minutes after that.
Oh, jeez.
You'll be home in time to collect the bodies.
Pretty much.
Basically, like
right.
I said, I put in chat.
All right. So he stabbed you. He critted you. And that was with the knife. And then he comes around and he hits you in the face with some sort of peppery smelling powder. So you are blind. Not completely blind,
Okay.
but you know the plus
Yeah,
one
yeah.
difficulty on all shooting and throwing. You know your eyes are
Yep.
watering. You're blinking the stuff out. I said peppery, probably just dirt, as mild as blinding.
Pocket
is,
sand.
More or
Pocket
less.
sand.
It's going great.
It is going.
At least
great.
at least it's your turn next. Hopefully.
And then it is her turn.
Okay. Going to use a simple action to release the bees.
Bees!
He chose
Right,
the
I'll
bees.
link all the stuff in the chat for it.
Okay. Countless bees swarm around you.
Well, she's gonna put them around. What's his bagel? Hunter dude.
Is this antler guy?
Yeah, is this antler guy?
Hair lapping, yes.
Antler guy is now bee guy.
All right.
So he has a rank 3 complication.
All right, and that applies to anything he does, or all physical actions and moving away from it requires successful disengage.
Swarm uses Scion's presence plus occult to oppose. They take an injury condition and their defense is reduced by 1.
Okay.
You know what?
So you have injured
You-
him, if
I
I
have
understand it
injured him.
correctly.
And she's stabbed in the back, so she's kind of pissed. So she's going to try to shoot him, even though she's been blinded.
All right. Okay, they swarm around you. So basically, it's
No.
like a damaging. It's essentially a damaging field you have put up.
No, she can. 1 second. It says somewhere in there. They're under the hero's command, so she could have them swarm around.
Okay,
The
so
thing.
he could make a disengage to get away from him, and as long
Yeah.
as you can still see him, you could send them after him again.
Yeah.
Okay.
To disengage, he has to beat a contest of wills versus like my presence and occult.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she's going to take a shot at him though. So firearms dexterity.
Yes. Your eyes are watering, but you do just spin around and shoot, at least in his general direction. His defense is a 3.
3 successes, and then it was an extra difficulty. So
Yeah, it would have been 2. So she does not hit him.
Okay. We are back to the top of the order. What player would like to go first?
Did she have Smoochums have done anything during that turn or no?
You're right. You could have had him do something. Or no,
Well,
wait.
just-
Using him is still your attack, and you shot at him.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta remember minions count basically as something you're attacking with.
Okay. And Smoochums is just doing that crocodile rumble.
It happened so quick he hasn't had time to react yet. He's
Yeah.
spinning around on his little stubby legs. Oh crap! It's behind Mom.
Angry crocodile noise.
All right, so
Are
top of
you
the
going
order.
there?
What player wants to go?
I will.
Okay.
Connor hears that, snaps his head around. It's like, Hilarious.
Yes.
You've got this right.
Which this?
The
While wrestling a cat.
It's like, beat the crap out of the guy. We
And
both know he
he's-
needs to be beaten the crap out of.
He's running over, and in his anger, because this is his monk that just got stabbed, his divinity's gonna swell suddenly, and I'm going to sacrifice a point of legend to
Ooh.
activate Pistons for Fists.
All right, now what does sacrificing mean?
I lose a point of legend. It is not imbued. I've lost it until I make a sufficient enough sacrifice to Wukong to get it returned.
Okay. So,
my
basically, you have to have enough
my pool of
downtime to do
legend-
something.
Yeah, my pool of legend is still 2. However, one of those legend points is gone until it's returned to me
Gotcha.
by Wukong. It's not something that I can call back after using a boon.
Yeah, yeah. You can't just go take a nap and get it back like some
Yeah.
stuff. You have to
You have
put some
to have a
effort.
heart-to-heart with Wukong.
I do. Yeah, and
What
Connor's mad. He's gonna come over. He's gonna take a swing. I'm gonna burn 3 momentum.
Go for it.
You
'cause
can get the XP for momentum.
yes, he's
Woo.
very mad. This is
We
a
would have
very
gotten
bad
that XP. We would have gotten that XP with your expenditure.
We're at the end of this, possibly end of this arc, maybe.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 successes to hit.
All right, 7 successes. His defense is 3, so that gives you 4 to play with.
4. Okay, free hit, critical hit.
Okay, that
Um,
leaves you with 1.
I'm also going to blind with the hit. And I'm going to use the special effect of Pistons for Fists and get a free knockdown that requires him to make a dexterity athletics check with a difficulty 3 to even get back up.
Oh, jeez.
That's like you knocked him down and knocked the breath out of him, so he's gonna have.
Yeah.
All right, so you put
He not only
blinding
said
on
sit
him.
down, but he said, "Bitch, sit down."
All right,
the-
so
Yeah, the special effect is either I can do that, the knockdown with the difficulty 3 to even get back up, even if I'm not threatening them, like in their same space, to avoid getting hit, or I can send them flying an entire range band.
but you did the knockdown, hard to get up thing. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm in this man's face.
Okay, so that is your go.
hmm
You did two things of damage to him, so I've got that marked down.
So he's taken 3 damage now.
Yes, 3 total.
Yeah.
He's got beasts swarming him and an angry monkey man.
All right, so then it is a storyteller or
Jeez.
story guide character's turn. Let's see
There may or may not be the faint shadow of a tail behind him right now.
Oh shit, he's gone full monkey.
Never go full monkey.
That's a pissed monkey.
I've seen Dragon Ball Z. They don't need to go full monkey.
Basically Connor's head right now. Return to monkey.
The way I would like to describe it
hmm
is if, and everybody is too occupied to actually see it. It's not that there's a shadowy tail behind you. It's that your shadow has a tail.
Yeah. I mean, once we hit Legend 3, we all get an effect that shows our divinity to normal people. So,
He's getting a tail, isn't he?
yeah.
Fur.
All right. Let's see. Do I want the tiger to go first or this guy to go first?
This guy would still have to try and get up, so
Yeah.
And if he fails getting up, I get a free hit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's what threatening a knockdown character does.
Well, and it makes sense if you're standing over a guy and they're taking time to get up. That
Yeah.
But he
go
is
to
going to try to
sleep, go to
get
sleep,
up.
go to sleep, go to sleep.
Now, what did he have to roll to get up? You said athletics.
Dexterity plus athletics. And he has to buy off a difficulty 3. And then I think he has to roll against me for the rest of his successes.
3, 4,
Let me check the
5,
combat
6, 7.
thing in the origin book. Because I know it's in there.
Alright, and blinding will not harm him getting up, because that just does shooting and throwing attacks.
Yeah, he does.
Mhm.
He just wanted to make sure he couldn't take a shot at
Yeah,
anybody else while he's down.
Well, I think Sarah, had blinded him with the bees.
Nah, that just well, does it?
I thought you'd spin an
Let's see here.
who
No,
was
I
it?
didn't.
Yeah, just Lord.
Maybe
just Lord
maybe it
Smith.
was Connor that did the blinding. Okay.
Yeah, Connor did the
was Connor.
blinding.
Okay, he did all of it. All right, I got you.
The bees just stick around. He can't get away from them unless he's successfully disengaged. It's
I'm trying to find the knockdown. Because I know there's a special thing for knockdown.
he gets knocked down.
Okay. Prone target takes a -1 penalty to their defense against characters in close range, +2 bonus to their defense against any other range. If there's an opponent in close range, must stand up as part of a mixed action. Standing up is an athletics roll with a complication of 1, so he has to buy off 4 successes. If the player fails to buy off the complication, the character takes an injury condition as his opponent punishes his attempt to stand.
Okay. All right, so he
So
gets.
So he's rolling. He has to buy off 4 and then beat you in an athletics
No,
contest.
it's he has to buy off 4. If he
Okay.
manages to buy off 4, he successfully stands up.
Okay.
But if not, then basically,
So
I thought
what
I
is
told you to
the?
stay
Why is it
down.
a mixed action then?
that's just what the rules say. Is it's a
Does
mixed
that just
action.
mean mixed actions? You're just splitting the successes between two.
That's
I mean, you have to roll the if you're doing different actions, you have to roll the lowest pool.
yeah. Said if there's an opponent in close range with the prone character, then the prone character must stand up as part of a mixed action.
All right. He's rolled
So.
2 10s, so that's 2 successes.
All
You'll
right.
have to roll successes on both of these dice to get the 4.
Mhm.
And he got a 7 and a 1, so that didn't happen.
Bonk.
So he's
Right.
trying to get up, and you're just wailing. He fails, and you're just wailing on him.
Yeah, so that's his 4th injury.
You break one of the points of his antlers off. Not the entire antler, just one of the points.
Yep.
He is swearing in what you presume is Old English. Or maybe even something earlier than that. What did the Picts speak? Alright, so that was
Old
my
Cornish.
first character.
Mm-hmm.
Player go.
Go for it, Delirious.
All right. I haven't done this yet. Am I able to like put this? You know what? No. I'm gonna go into this mountain lion thing. I got this. I'm going to activate my stunt.
Okay, what's your stunt?
It just gives me a 2 enhancement in combat until the combat is over.
Okay, carry on then.
It's the stun I got from Samuel, or I get from Samuel rather.
Gotcha.
All right, and with that, I'm gonna go punching a mountain lion. Do not try this at home, kids.
No, please do not punch mountain lions.
Yeah.
We used 3 momentum, right? So we're at 4.
We are at 4 momentum. Yes.
Cool. All right. I'll let that go for. I'll let that be for now. All right. Dexterity, close combat. 4 successes.
Alright, 4 successes. His defense is a 3. So you have
so
hit
I
him.
have to spend 1 to hit him, right?
That's correct. So you do damage though.
Yeah, that's the idea. Just like just catch him again.
It's like
I'm just like, all
between
right,
the eyes,
let's
next
dance.
round, under the chin.
Just right in the facial area, because I remember when they said that shooting in the face is the only thing that worked on this line. So I'm just like, all right, mountain lion, let's dance.
And then it's the mountain lion's turn, and the mountain lion is ready to dance.
Something I just thought
Alright.
of.
What's that?
That bee swarm on the hunter.
Mm-hmm.
He had to buy off 7 successes to get up, because getting up's a physical action.
Oh, that's right. The blind was only for attacks, but the bees
Yeah.
would have been for.
Rank 3
Difficulty
complication.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
jeez.
he
not
probably
great.
ain't getting up.
That's-
And now that he's down, he has a -2 defense.
Uh-huh.
We've ruined his day.
I'm here, guys. I'm home.
Yay! We
Your
have a
characters
Raffi.
are nowhere near us.
Jaden shows
mean-
up seeing Monkey Man literally wailing on a deer.
I mean, you never know.
He's going
He
King
can
Kong on this thing.
Hunt you guys and
Clone,
track you.
Clone Connor would be able to tell him what's going on, so they could be on the way.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, Clone Connor had run off with the old man before y'all stumbled up on the
On the
Yeah,
ghost.
like butchering ground or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
since they can, Clone Connor and regular Connor can see whatever's happening to each other, he
Yeah.
would know.
Right.
Yeah, him and, his
And Connor
doppelganger
can
know what's
move
happening.
about how fast does Connor move?
Very fast.
As fast as regular Connor.
All right. So if you and Duba are back,
Yes.
So
go
he
ahead.
can
Y'all
literally-
go ahead and give me.
You could probably pick them up and literally haul ass back once she's
Phew!
taken care of the
Yeah.
old man.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna have them showing up. You know,
Next turn.
they're going to roll initiative and go into. And they'll be in the order next turn.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm rolling now.
Okay.
5.
Woo! Baby.
Dang. All right.
Can we borrow your initiative?
Huh?
All right. So that's a player.
Can we
so
borrow
pla-
your initiative?
There's a player that goes at 5. You can't
You
use it
wanna.
this round, but at the top of the next round,
Start
yeah.
the next round. Yep.
And just let me
Doesn't
know
look
what
like
Duba
Duba
rolls
is
once he
in-game
rolls.
yet.
Well, here he is now.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Roll initiative, baby.
He's not even in roll 20.
No, I mean when he gets into roll 20 to roll for initiative.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we'll count him in when he rolls. That was
Hilarious against Cat.
that's right. Hilarious hit the cat, so that was y'all's second player. So
My turn.
So what? Just
No,
roll the
no.
bottom?
Cat
I've
has
got
to
the
go.
tiger to go.
Oh, I thought the tiger had already gone. Never mind. Sorry.
No, tiger has not
Never
gone yet this
mind.
round. Let's see. He doesn't have any flares he can really activate. I mean, he's got the armor piercing, but Hilarious, I don't think he's wearing any armor, so that doesn't really help. So he's just gonna try to claw the mess out of you again.
Mhm.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey,
we got
one
another-
momentum.
Got another player at 0.
How
What's that
much
now?
momentum do we have in total?
Currently, we're at 5 momentum.
Hey.
All right, so that's another 0. So basically, the
Oh,
two new
God.
players came in, and one added an initiative slot for y'all at the top, and one added at the bottom.
Yeah,
Hey,
it works.
The tiger is burning 2 tension
Okay.
ooh.
because I want one of these guys to do something.
It knifed Sasha in the back and critted her. What do you
That's
want?
true. That was pretty awesome.
Okay, quick question. How many? Because she only has 4 injury like boxes, like bruised, injured, maimed, taken out. What level should she be at?
He hit you, which did damage, and he critted you, which did damage. So you should be sitting at 2.
Okay,
Have you taken
I
any
didn't know
other
if-
damage? Has anybody else hurt
No, I don't know
No.
if crit did anything special.
No,
Adds
no,
an
it's
extra
just-
injury
you? You know,
condition.
usually you can only do one level of damage around. Crit lets you do another one.
Okay, all right, okay,
Or
cool,
well, for
cool,
every
cool, cool.
crit you get.
So you're at injured. Your next hit will be maimed.
Cool.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. 1, 2, 3,
Hmm.
4.
Oh boy.
2 of those were 10, so let me re-roll those. And 1 more.
Okay.
So that
So how many
is
altogether?
5 successes.
Okay. Alrighty. Through.
He had the blinding on him, I think.
Uh-huh.
So that drops. That effectively makes it 4. So he does damage to you.
Yeah, he does. I'm at 2 at this point, so he has to get past 2 to do damage to me. But he does.
But with the extra defense that you just rolled, that drops him to only having 3 more successes to play with, which prevents him
Correct.
from critting you.
Correct. Which is all I care about right now.
So he's going to use 1 to blind you. Basically, he catches you in the side of the face, waters your eyes. And 1 to knock you down. So you're prone. And
So I'm prone?
yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. I have this. They're going to show up and I have a mountain lion just.
And his last one he's going to use for a shove. So he swats you to the side of the head, and you go flying, and then you hit the ground prone.
Okay.
If you've ever watched,
Any anime ever?
well, I was thinking about the Hulk movie that Marvel Studios did when they super soldier the guy up, and he's dancing around the Hulk, and then when he stands still for a second, the Hulk just looks at him and then kicks him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he goes rolling into a tree. It's almost like that, but not quite as bad.
Fair enough.
Let's see, that was him. Our last player, Sasha.
She's gonna just leave the bees where they are.
Okay.
They seem happy there.
Do they automatically do damage every round? Or is it just
Unless he moves out of them, yeah. I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, complication applies to all physical action. Moving away from it requires successfully disengaging.
All right. So the bees lay there, so he takes another damage.
Good bees. She's going to, because she can't get a good shot around Connor, she's going to turn and try and take a shot at the cat.
Okay. And it's just knocked Hilarious away from it, so you have an open shot.
And she's using Flatlander, so she has, I think that gives an enhancement.
Okay.
Does that put you at?
Yeah, 4
5?
successes. Would it be 4 or 5?
You're using a firearm at range.
Oh, so it'd be 5 successes. Cool.
All right. So is that the? All right. So that's 3 successes you rolled,
5 total.
5 total.
and then those hands. Okay. For some reason, my scroll thing hadn't gone all the way down where I could see. All right. So you've got 5 to play with. His defense is a 3.
Free injury, and then she is going to attempt to banish Glimpse the other side him.
All right. Does that require rolls?
Clash of Wills. Target fails. So it'd be he needs to roll defense.
Okay. And how many does he have to? What does he have to roll?
Whatever successes she would have had left.
Okay.
So actually, she won't injure until she sees if Glimpse the other side works.
Yeah, because you have to spend 1 to do an injury.
Yeah.
Well, if she's going to use them all for Glimpse the other side,
Yeah,
that's
she's
what
going to
they're
use them
gonna
all
use.
for Glimpse the other
Okay.
side.
So that means he's got to beat the full 5. Oh no, his defense was a 3.
Yeah, he'd
so-
have to beat 2.
That's doable.
Melissa,
Okay.
wait, make a Clash of Wills. And I think I was rolling occult.
That's
Intellect.
right. The Clash of Wheels is a competitive.
One success.
And he got 1 success. Ties go to the player, but his success was a 10, so I get to reroll 1. And I literally rolled a 1. So all right. So he disappears for a round.
And you have to re-roll initiative for him when he reappears.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
If target fails, they are removed from reality, leaving play entirety until the start of their next turn. They roll initiative as normal and reappear where they were standing on their action.
All right. So top of the round. There's a mighty rush of wind, and Folk Hunter is there with 2 scions tucked under his arms.
See, real Connor literally going King Kong on this hunter.
That's all that there is in the clearing right now, too, because the cat was just disappeared.
Yeah.
They might have caught a glimpse of it vanish of a startled look on its face as it was vanishing.
Hilarious. I wouldn't call this like them taking a turn yet, but they'll get up and be like, I didn't hear a bell, and then look at and then
Getting up
just
would be
notice
their
the
turn.
cat's not there.
They're laying there. I didn't hear a bell.
I didn't hear a bell, and they're looking at the cat. Oh, yes, I did hear a bell.
Oh, who was that
Or
one
the
guy?
the lack there of a cat.
There was this one guy. I think it was one of the guys Mike Tyson knocked out early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
That the guy was complaining that, oh, they cheated. You know, he told the ref he was okay. He was getting up. And he keeps saying this, and they're replaying the footage of him while, and dude is just laying there. So he was delirious. He was hallucinating that he was standing back up.
Good great. Yeah.
You get hit by a
Well,
tiger. It's probably
yeah.
a similar thing.
Yeah. If no one else wants to take it, Connor will take another swing at this guy since he's down and at negative
yes.
2 defense.
We got a player slot for you first.
I'm swinging for the fences.
All right.
He has a -2 to his defense right now, so yeah, bring it on.
That's 8 successes, -2 defense.
So you only, just like a regular hit.
All right. So, yeah, that's what you gonna do with all them successes? Blind shove. Shove's always a good one. Initiate a
Attack.
grapple.
Attack, 2 crits. This is an angry monkey.
So it's just kind of, and then there's a crunch, kind of a
Oh,
mushy
no.
crunch.
No, even better, because he's emulating Pistons for Fists. He's using a combination of his innate epic strength and his gifted earth purview. So it's just the staff in his hands just sort of grows and pulses before he just swings around and just down on this hunter's head and just craters and cracks the ground underneath it.
We might have wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, guess we're not. Okay.
So the
Hunter's
body's just
very
laying there, and the
fine.
head is mostly shoved up underground.
Ooh.
All right, the next initiative slot is also for the players.
Hilarious will take their action to get up.
Now, don't forget, Jaden and Robert are here now too.
That's true.
Mm.
If y'all want to do anything to whatever is left,
What is left?
Nothing.
nothing.
Well then, Hilarious.
Tending to Sasha?
Yeah,
Sure.
please tend to
Fine.
Sasha.
I'm fine.
Nope. Jaden will go next and use combat medic.
Just
All right.
pull the knife out from between my shoulder blades, please.
And so then yeah, they can just remove an injury. Any bruised injury they may be suffering, including damage sustained to armor without needing to roll. So
So I can just remove
You are
my bruise,
no
not
longer
my
injured.
injured.
Right.
Well, it says she can remove a bruised.
So she
Yes.
removes a bruised.
so then would
Yeah, I'm still
go
injured.
down to a bruise?
I don't know.
I don't know if it works like that. I'm not sure.
I don't think it does because the worst ones take longer to get better from generally.
Yeah.
And have a higher DC to treat.
Yeah.
And treating them reduces them 1 injury step.
Yeah.
But
So
it still
she's-
gives her an extra. It still gives her a health level that isn't gone. So
Yeah.
So she could
Okay.
take another bruise instead of going straight to main.
correct.
Okay, that makes more sense. All right,
Okay. Hey,
Solaris still
welcome to the
Alright.
eating
party.
shit.
Then it's the hunt. Then it's the slot the hunter had, but that's gone. Then it's a player.
I
So
guess
y'all all
Solaris.
basically saw
Yeah.
where the tiger disappeared from. So y'all know from previous experience it will reappear there very shortly.
Hilarious is I don't know. They're just there. They're gonna pull their flashlight out of their pocket and just be like, "Someone step in front of this." Fortissimo. They're a little hurty.
Now you can get up. There's nobody
Um,
stopping. Nobody standing around you, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right. It's still is that still considered my action if no one's like there?
More or less. I mean, I'd let you stand up and activate the flashlight. That's not.
Yeah,
an issue.
that'll work. I'll point it at our dwarf, Robert.
All right.
Now
Flash
I'll
the
look at him,
dwarf.
flash
Yes.
the dwarf, and I'll just be like, "Thanks for the garage, by the way." And then to just like that.
Y'all beat me to it. I'd even push my keyboard up so I could do the when I said it, but y'all spit it out first.
Mhm.
All right. So Robert has a enhancement on
Enhancement
his
two.
next. 2 enhancements on his next, I guess, attack.
They would also be like, "He's gonna thing's gonna pop back right here. Just pop it in the eye, please."
Let's see. Then the tiger is gone, or the mountain lion is gone, so he doesn't get his turn. And
He would
there's-
reappear at his next turn.
But then
At the
he's got.
start of their turn.
But he still has
Oh,
to
yeah.
re-roll his initiative.
Yeah.
So we. So we'll just do that at the top of the order. Last 2 players. Is there anything y'all want to do to prep?
Robert will see where Talarius is pointing, and he'll get his revolver drawn and get it ready.
Is Sasha pretty sure that guy's just meat paste?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
she's gonna move the
theoretically-
bees.
Connor could have just been knocking him out, but the way he described it, I don't think Connor was going for the knockout.
Yeah.
No, it's one thing I learned with Master of Weapons. I can apply tags with a cost up to my warrior
Mhm.
thing. Lethal, should I choose to use it, is a 0 cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, he swung with lethal intent with that one.
Yeah, it's all about intent.
She's-
I mean, y'all can
Gallagher.
double crit and stuff, and still just knock people out if that's what you want.
Yeah. No, he
with
was going
with
for
with
lethal
like
damage.
bludgeoning stuff. I mean, a handheld
She's-
gun, yes, not really gonna work.
She's gonna move the bees to where the cat would come
They're
back.
just floating there, waiting on the cat to appear amongst them.
Yeah,
They form a
Cat
cat-like
goes-
circle, and then as soon as it appears,
pretty much.
He just comes back. What the bees?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's gonna roll 9 dice for its new initiative. 1, 2. One of those is a 10. Still gets 2.
You stuff. So it also suffers a penalty to the initiative equal to the successes spent on the stunt, according to what Zay put in chat.
Oh yeah.
So you spent 5, right?
No, I spent 2
Oh, okay.
for 2 successes, so it'd be a difficulty 2.
Alright, so it comes back in at a 0. Alright. Strangely, it had rolled
it-
for its same initiative. So
might have-
everybody gets to go before it.
Woo.
Poor kitty.
This poor cat. What's the start of his next turn? So, I mean, it can do something on that turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. It rolled the. Never mind. I don't know. Maybe.
I guess if nobody will go.
Alright,
I
so-
mean, I'll take a shot at it, if nothing else.
All right.
You got that enhancement.
Okay, so dexterity firearm, yes.
Yes.
Okay. And Yeetith.
That's
Okay, I get an extra plus because of it being firearm.
So that gives you
So that's
2.
4
Get
successes.
extra. Yeah, 4
yeah,
total.
Talarius gave you 2. So that's 4. That gets past its defense of 3.
And I've got 1 to spend.
You have to spend the 1 to do damage, I believe.
Yeah, 'cause it's some kind of armored.
Okay.
Actually, y'all know from previous experience that it is invulnerable to piercing.
We also
Oh.
know that someone caught it in the face was
And that
my
seemed to
thing.
annoy it enough that they were able to run away.
Gotcha.
Basically, it was like hitting him in the eyes with salt. You know, shotgun pellets were hitting him in the eyes about like salt or dirt. So it's like, and they ran up into their attic.
So technically, they could. So technically, Robert could blind it? Question mark.
Yes, blinding would work. You could spend that last
Okay.
success on blinding, which is going to hurt it from, well, shooting and throwing attacks, which I would count as it leaping at somebody too. But
Then blinded the bugger is.
blinded the booger is. Let's see next. Well, all of y'all get to go. So, who wants to go next?
Talarius is gonna bonk this thing.
All right, go
They're
bonk it.
going up and they're gonna fight.
Directly to
Uh,
Horny Jail.
Well, they're using their fists, so not quite horny jail.
Yeah, I know Raph was paying attention. I don't know if Duva was able to listen while he was driving or not, but yeah, Talarius has been boxing this thing.
6 successes.
All right, defense is 3, so that gives you 3 to play with. Damage.
I'm on,
Let's see. Got to spend 1 for
damage.
damage because of its armor.
so 2. And then I will. I'll just use the other 2 to feint and give the 2 enhancement to Jaden. If she would like to also bonk.
All right.
Come here, cuz, fight this thing, it's fun.
Who wants to go next?
She can't. She's not good at close combat.
But she's got something that
the
might be good at close combat.
That's if Spruce is there. You said 2 things, 2 people.
Oh yeah, Spruce probably wouldn't be here. That's right. Spruce isn't here. Smoochums is here.
hmm
But you got a
How's
plus
it looking
2.
right now?
So if you were ever going to punch something, now might be the time.
I mean, I guess.
It
It'd
does
be
have
what?
a.
Close combat with what? Am I using?
Close combat,
Might or-
either your dex or your might, whichever you prefer.
Hell, Dex is higher. So,
It does have a rank 3 complication on it.
yeah.
Does it?
Here goes
Bee
nothing.
swarm.
3 successes. That's 5.
I have a question actually. If the bees are on this thing, would it have had a if it's a -1 defense, would I have had 4 successes to play with?
Possibly.
Okay.
Depends if the bees
'Cause I
really take
would've-
effect before Sasha's turn.
Okay.
Probably don't.
Okay, that's fine. Just
So
Okay, cool.
5 successes.
All right, 5 successes, defense of 3. That leaves you with 2. You spend 1 of those to do damage, to get, because it's still somewhat armored. So you do damage to it, and then you got 1 left. You could knock it down / strip it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna knock it down.
So then it'd have to use an action to get up.
And if it depends if it goes first or not, but the bees don't they add a complication?
Once Sasha's turn comes up, then yeah, the bees will be swarming him.
Okay.
How's this big dude looking?
Oh, let's see.
We've been wailing on it pretty good.
Oh, Jaden just killed it.
Okay.
Okay.
I was looking at it and seeing a 6, but the 6 was a different stat. I'm sorry.
Sweet. I just took down a creature.
It actually only had 5. So yeah, y'all had pummeled this thing. I think Connor had hit it once. Talarius has boxed it a few times.
There's a big slash mark going down the side of Talarius's like side.
Then Sasha's turn comes up and all the bees swarm it. But,
I just tap Jaden on the shoulder. Well done. Better late than never. Oh.
And Jaden, since the battle's up, will patch up Hilarious.
That's easy enough. I could get rid of my bruise. No. Oh, okay.
And at least wrap up Sasha as well. So everybody's wrapped up. Who else is hurt?
I'm
Connor's over
Good
there
now,
tearing
thanks.
the body out of the crater he left in the
It,
ground.
Sasha goes and pulls him away from it.
well, you pick the body up, no problem. The head kind of gets snagged in the hole and stays there.
That's gross.
Broken off antlers on either side of the hole.
Poetic
Is
justice.
is the magic web still there or no?
When you glance over, the web is gone. The body just looks like a body now. You still see the spirit. It's walking off into the woods. Generally in the direction of its farm, you figure.
It's gonna be like, I'll be right back, Ghost, and just walks that way to try and catch up with him.
That's the weirdest thing you
It's
said
kind of
today.
power walking, but he's not running, so you can catch up without too much trouble.
Did you live near? And she'll say the other farmer's name that I can't remember.
Yeah, he was my closest neighbor.
Okay.
Thanks for that back there. You killed that SOB, and that seemed to let me loose. I really appreciate
Okay.
that.
Okay. As long as
I'm not trying to be rude. I want to go home.
No. I just wanted to make sure. Go. Be at peace. And let them go.
Just a real quick be at peace.
Be at peace.
The next morning, though, she'll wake him and go, but he wasn't leaving the world. Did he just go back to start haunting his house?
Well, when they walk back through the woods, she'll check on the other guy's spirit's gone. She'll assume that guy's spirit's gonna be gone.
Let's see. So yeah, Jaden's patching everybody up. As Sasha walks back into camp, she sees Smoochums over by the hole,
No.
scuffing at trying to he's trying
No.
to dig the head out.
Connor's gonna walk over, reach in, grab the head, pull it out.
Well, as soon as she says no, Smoochums just sort of flops down over the top of the hole like he wasn't doing anything. What? I'm just laying here.
He'll move Smoochums and then go get the head.
Anything on the dude ding magical?
His cloak is magical.
Another one for the collection.
A lot more magical than the other cloaks.
She'll figure that out when she's.
In fact, the other
not...
cloaks aren't registering as magical now.
Okay. She will figure that out when they're not in the middle of the wood and she hasn't just been stabbed in the back.
Oh yeah, I need Connor to give me a composure roll. Or let's see, what do you roll for test of wills?
Oh, because you touched the body.
And he was the one that killed the thing, so
Mm-hmm.
he may be the head of the wild hunt now.
That won't end well.
No.
Alright, so what is the test of wills?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to figure out what the test of wills is.
Oh, that's right. I got a name off. So yeah, composure. Let's see. Is it just a stat, or is it a stat and a skill?
Be stat and skill, or it can just be stat.
It's usually a stat and something related to the knack.
Yeah.
In this case, let's add your legend to it.
Okay.
Oh god, you're Legend 1 right now.
No, it's still technically 2. You just can't access the
I'm
second.
I'm Legend 2 still.
Yeah, he still gets to use that for
Okay.
visceral.
Okay.
So
Well, no,
composure, legend.
it's-
Yeah,
It's
legend.
I'm
legend.
still considered a Legend 2 entity.
Gotcha.
It's just
Or
kind of
one
permanently
of my
spent
legend.
until he gets it back.
Gotcha. Okay, that was scary for a sec.
So Composer Legend. I'm just gonna like add survival skill to the skill just because it has 2 dots in it, so I don't have to like hit the D10 thing
Yeah, that's
for
fine.
the legend.
Don't give us momentum.
Huh?
Give us a momentum.
Oh no, I'm gonna use momentum.
All right, how much
Okay.
momentum are you going to use?
I'm gonna use 3.
So we're at 2.
All right, 3 momentum spent.
All right.
Cool.
So
And you need to
3
beat 1
successes.
success.
All right.
Whew.
So you feel the urge to pick it up, but you're like, oh, no, I know that trick.
Yeah.
But you are sitting there with the guy's head.
Not for long. As with Piston for Fist still active,
Wait,
he will activate the staff. What?
see, is anything on his helmet magical?
Oh, he's not wearing no helmet. The antlers were coming out of his head.
Oh. Well,
He's
okay
got
then.
a... Basically imagine an elf with antlers.
Okay.
But not so
I
much
was
a Tolkien
thinking
elf. Imagine Del Toro taking the ideal of a Tolkien elf and kind of doing his thing to it. So it's not quite right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it
More-
doesn't look like
more
a
like
human wearing a
the-
costume. It's something extraordinary.
Something that would have been in the Golden Army movies market.
Yeah, something a little more like that.
Okay.
Oh god, how far are
So-
you leading this?
Toss up the head. Bat swing the staff into the head. Spending all 5 successes on knockback to knock it 25 meters back away from him. Plus, with Piston for Fists, an additional range band, so I'm knocking it from all the way into the long range band, which is like 200 something meters away.
So yeah, it arcs up through the trees and y'all lose sight of it. Especially since it's getting dark by
Gallagher
this
it.
time. Do it now?
Did he Gallagher it?
It seemed to be in more or less. Well, it was already not really in a solid piece, so there was a trail of goo flying out of it
You.
that Smoochums becomes very interested in. Oh, what's this over here? Waller.
Just crocodile dog rolling and stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna get back, and Spruce is gonna be so jealous.
They just lick each other.
They
Yeah.
tolerate each other around their owners. They're not that close.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
since one of Spruce's heads is always irritated.
It's not always the same head, but it's always one of
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Okay,
always one.
so and if finishing the battle, does that count as the scene concluded?
them. Essentially.
Okay, so his skin like stone wears off, so he gets that legend back. However, his divinity just suddenly collapses in on himself, and he's suddenly much weaker in terms of divine presence than everybody else here.
I'm not sure how y'all would pick up on that, other than you can tell something's off with Connor. He just seemed less.
Connor?
He was more, now he's less.
Yeah.
But cleaning around this campsite, you find that I kind of described where the coyotes were eating on that body.
Hmm.
That wasn't too far from like a campfire. There is like an old style, peasant hut looking thing. You poke around in there, you find the old lady.
Is she alive?
She is alive.
Okay, good.
You beat the shit out of your husband.
Did she
Sorry.
watch the fight?
We shot your husband. We're
No,
sorry.
there was like a animal pelt over the entrance.
Ah, okay.
You go in there, and on the ground in front of her, there's a hunk of meat.
Don't eat that.
She's like, I wasn't planning to. She's like, I feel like something was trying to make me eat it. But I watched that whatever that thing was, like, cut himself and bleed on it.
Well, he's gone now.
And you notice there was a cloak next to her. Like all the other cloaks you've gotten.
Yeah.
Not magical though.
Not at this point, no.
Yeah.
And Sasha, with your cult, it may not have been magical at any point yet.
Yeah, just activates once the thing happens.
Yeah, which probably involved her having to eat that meat to become part of it.
Yeah. She's still just gonna put that cloak also in the backpack.
In the naughty bin.
Oh, it goes to the, what is it, there's the gift with the, like, pears. The pear tumbler. Oh, I'll remember it later.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so y'all get her out, and she's not in. I mean, this has been a rough experience for her. She's talking about how strange her husband was acting, and
How did Jaden say how he was?
That's
I don't know.
what Rappy doesn't know.
No, Jaden has not said anything about it since she showed up. You showed up and there was lights to fight, and then she was passing everybody up.
I think we only inflicted one injury on him.
We inflicted at least 2 on him.
Oh no, y'all put him down. He had 2 health. Y'all put him down.
Oh, okay.
That's why
Ooh, the old
that's
guy?
why one of y'all had to stabilize him.
Okay, fair enough.
Wait,
Yeah.
who did they put? The old guy? Oh no.
Yeah, he had one of the cloaks put on him like two bulls had. Anyway, talking with her on the trip back, you would find out that her and her husband used to go hunting. So she was a hunter. As you pass back through the site of all the butchering, the other old man's spirit is still there. You don't see any webs or anything. As you come through, he steps up. Well, only Sasha can see him, but Sasha, he steps up to you and takes time to thank you.
So, listen, say, just go see your wife. I'm sure she's waited for you for a long time.
Yeah, he's really ready for that. And his spirit kind of
cutting
lifts
down
up
the
slightly
body.
and fades out from your view.
It's hilarious, like cutting down the body, so just makes a wet thud as it hits the ground.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Or you could catch it and be covered in the poor guy's blood.
Absolutely not.
just add it to your ghillie suit. His spirit's gone. We don't. If we want to take time to burn or bury the bodies, we can. But
No. This is just for my sake. So it's not an eye line for me when I move.
okay.
So y'all eventually managed to get back to Fort Jones.
Immediately open the garage.
Car's there, untouched.
Whew.
When y'all get inside, Two Bulls is just what was his name? Troy Two Bulls. Yeah, Troy is just, I mean, he is just groaning in pain. Oh. Where him under the magic was very stoic about it. Oh, this guy's hurting, and everybody around him knows he's hurting. Because
Dying whale
nothing about that
noises.
wound gets better until some kind of magic is done for him.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, he's back to normal.
Other
Yeah.
than that,
He's asking, when he sees you, he's asking, where he's at and, why he's locked up.
He tried to kill us.
What?
Very unsuccessfully.
tried to kill a lot of people.
Last thing I remember was the lion. I was at Doc's in the back room, and that lion came through the window, and it jumped on Doc. Somebody else came climbing through the window and got me. And then
Did we see Doc this entire time?
No, but if y'all poke around, y'all will find some more, human remains.
Gotcha.
Mostly just the bones. Well, they've been gnawed on.
Gotcha.
Doc was also not a hunter.
Okay. Yeah, it's hilarious. It was like, yeah, and then you ate some weird meat and joined a cult.
Yeah, somebody drugged me out in the woods, and yeah, they fed me something.
Sounds about right.
He goes, oh, and he still kind of like, what happened to me though?
You tried to shoot me with a shotgun, and I hit you for it.
Oh,
Points at the monkey.
in the junk.
Best way to put you down.
Oh, why isn't it getting any better? I've been laying here like this for an hour since I came to myself.
Magic.
What? Oh.
As he pulls out the staff and twirls it as it ignites, looking like magma, and then puts it back.
Magic.
Can
Oh,
see
great.
about finding someone that might be able to heal it.
Oh yeah. Count on a white guy's magic to be hitting you in the junk and it not stopping. Oh. The older lady is not happy with the state of her husband. He's in better shape after Jaden worked on him, but yeah, y'all need to get him to a real doctor as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's dismantle Fort Jones and
He can build stuff really quickly. I don't know if he can dismantle it. I think Fort Jones is just here.
Yeah, I was
Here to
fixing to
stay.
say that ability. I'm 95% positive. Let me look at it real quick.
Fort
You have just
Jones
made a
at-
physical structure on whoever's property this is. So.
Someone's property. Maybe they're dead. It's fine.
Well, whoever owns it now has a castle.
A small
Right.
Fort
castle.
Jones and a garage.
It's a castle with a garage that fits on, a typical city plot of land,
they can make it into like a garden or something.
Yeah, it does not say anything about being destroyed. The ability literally reads: make a creator roll with any success. You create a small building, structure, or monument in a matter of minutes, which grows out of nothing but rocks and dirt. Oh, to raise a creation instant, scat instant, spend momentum. Okay, yeah. So there, it says nothing about taking it down.
Yep.
So once it's there, it's there. But again, someone has a very, very nice fort on their property.
but it's
And
after
a sh-
9,
with a
so let's go ahead and
shower,
wrap this
jail
up.
cells.
So you gotta get the old man to the hospital. He gets taken care of. If none of y'all have any kind of magical healing for poor Two Bulls, he will call
Never
up.
mind.
He'll call up. He'll basically call some family that he's got. It's either northern Nebraska or like southern South Dakota. I forget. But you've got somewhere along that state line. You've got like 3 decent sized reservations.
Mm-hmm.
So he calls for assistance from some of his folk. You know, hoping one of their spiritual advisor types up there can do something.
Mm.
But and when all's said and done, there were a few more families that survived by hiding in attics, or there was one family that they actually had like a tree house for their kids. They had hidden in that. You eventually find out that there were a few people that managed to get to vehicles and get out early.
Yeah.
But the body counts for such a small town as Spacely, the body count's pretty bad.
Yeah.
The story gets around about what happened. The tabloids go wild with it, though even the respectable papers talk about it.
Hilarious has a video to make when they get home.
Oh yeah, you were filming a lot of this, weren't you?
Uh-huh.
Had that GoPro.
Uh-huh.
And here's me taking
What, they
out a
could just-
body out of a tree.
Here's Connery going for.
Here's you two
That's
taking
the-
the video down for all the graphic violence.
that's the Red Band trailer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that out of the trailer.
So just to wrap things up on Hilarious' end, they're gonna get everyone and be like, I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Wasn't lycanthropy.
Kind of was.
They were kind of
They
making
ate
fun of it.
something and became
No.
hunters.
They were brainwashed into a cult. That's not lycanthropy. They didn't turn into the mountain lions. The mountain lions were something else even worse. Let's
But
go
the
before
government,
the
the
EPA
government
calls us.
rolls in, offers some assistance for getting the town back on its feet. Though several of the families just move away, the ones that can afford to. The story gets out. Y'all are a little better known in the area now.
Nobody tell grandma. Oh shit.
She has heard about it by the time you get home.
I'm guessing as
Ooh.
soon as they get cell signal.
There's like 50 missed calls.
Well, and you had a diner full of people that Samuel dropped off the day before. Then you had the family that he dropped off earlier that day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the full story doesn't get out right away, but yeah, stuff's.
Mm.
And then you show up, obviously pretty badly injured.
She's getting dressed down. Like she's gonna be like 4 hours getting yelled at.
Her and your grandfather were just about to move back to the store, but now they're kind of iffy about it. I don't want to leave you alone.
Oh no.
I'll be
I feel like
fine.
Hilarious was sending like Sasha to her apartment, and like no, let her. It's okay. She will be okay. We will protect her.
And that's
Fair.
when Sasha's grandmother stops focusing on Sasha and focuses on Hilarious.
Oh no.
You should have already been protecting her. Every word is a poke to the
are.
chest.
We are protecting. God.
Literally sacrificed a portion of my power to kill the son of a bitch that did it. Don't give me that.
That's revenging her. That's not taking care of her. That's not stopping the knife.
Grandmother.
I mean, I
Grandmother.
healed what I could.
Your
Grandmother,
grandfather
I'm-
steps forward like, Sasha.
I am a full
She's got a
grown
point.
adult.
Smack the boy some more.
No, grandmother. I can take care of myself. I put myself into this situation.
Then don't do that anymore.
I really don't have a choice.
Who sent you up there?
Artemis.
Do you think a set?
Her mom.
Do you think
Some Greek heifer. Got nothing to do with you.
Hey,
grandmother?
hey.
You know, Grandma, you know just as well as I do about the legends of Aset. Do you want to cross her?
If a set sent you, there would be limited amounts to what I can say.
I don't believe Aset would like me abandoning my band. My friends.
Your grandmother just sort of stomps off into the kitchen. At that
You can
point, your
move into my
grandfather's like,
place.
she'll calm down a little bit. Let's just get you to bed.
Oh, I'm going for a walk. I'll be fine. Take smoochums.
Do you really need to walk around? You have had a knife stuck in your back.
Yeah, I rode home with it. It's not stuck there anymore.
It hasn't been stuck there. She pulled it out and wrapped and bandaged you up. Both
Yeah,
you
but
and
she's
Hilarious got
you've
bandaged.
still got kind of the well. You didn't get to maimed. You've only got
No, I'm-
injured, don't you? Okay, that's
yeah.
not quite as bad as I was thinking.
Yeah,
If
it
I
was
s-
injured and she did it and wrapped it up, so it will take a while to heal. But
Stay here. Grandma and I are going to go at each other's throats. It's probably better I give her at least some time to cool down.
Your grandfather. All right. It's probably best we go ahead and move back as soon as possible. And then he reaches down, and kind of kisses you on the side of the head. You know she's only this upset.
I
because she wants-
know.
But she's stubborn. Well, you're stubborn, just like she is. Pat you on the head.
She just goes for a walk.
He shows everybody else out. Keep an eye on her. She's still walking like she's hurting. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. That was a nasty lick.
I'm fine. This is a flesh wound.
your grandfather's seen
She's
that movie.
very
That would not reassure him.
She's tough. I'll give you all that. You all are of tough stock. I would have been hurting were I in her position. And I almost was.
Yeah, I noticed that whole side of your face is all swollen up.
Yeah. There was a large mountain lion just used me for, ball of yarn.
Oh God, Hilarious just shows him all the clips.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a video. I'll see it. You'll see it later.
Oh, bro, you just looked at that tiger's paw. Wow.
Here's your granddaughter getting stabbed.
Here's the monkey going ape.
Well, Hilarious would have been focused on the tiger when that actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a punch out is the theme they're going for here with the mountain
Talking
lion.
South from robots.
Yeah. Once everybody's like back and settled, Connor's just gonna. I gotta go.
Okay. All right,
And
two
then
things
he-
I want to cover right quick.
Yeah.
First is probably what Connor, what Eric, what you were already about to go into. What is Connor going to do in this little downtime?
He
To
has
sacrifice
to
to
figure
Wukong.
out what would be a suitable sacrifice to Wukong to regain that second point of legend back. He's gonna go talk to his grandfather and see what he can do, because he'll explain to his grandfather he literally had to sacrifice a portion of his power.
Well, your grandfather's not sure on exactly how the mechanics of that sort of thing work, but what do you think Wukong would like? I mean, you can donate money, but
I mean, I know he's partial to peaches and rice wine. I mean, that's what he stole from the Jade Emperor's palace.
but how much of that would you have to get him to be a worthy sacrifice?
That's the question.
You know, most folks around here, there's a lot of stuff referencing the Greek pantheon around here, right down to the name of the city. Maybe if you advertised your father in some way, it'd have to be something you put some effort into. I mean, I'd suggest some peaches and some rice wine too. Leave that on the altar or something. But
Which he will do.
Do you have your own altar set up at your place?
I do, yeah. And he'll buy a good bit of it, and he'll put it in front of the altar.
A case of peaches, a case of rice wine.
Basically, yeah.
The good peaches too.
Yeah. That good shit. And he will ask Wukong what he would like for him to do.
You don't get an answer that night.
Hmm.
When you wake up in the morning, though, the peaches and the rice wine are gone. The altar is littered with peach pits.
Oh God.
Fair enough.
Not the entire case's worth of them, but he obviously ate some before he left with them.
Yeah, he'll clean up the peach pits.
And there are 2 cans of spray paint and like this big stencil with a monkey pattern. But no other instructions.
No other instructions needed.
Is there a big stencil marking that where you could just?
Yep,
He
that's what the stencil
will-
is.
And what he will do is he will literally, like, in his area and the districts around it.
He's just tagging buildings in the city with his little Wukong.
I like to think that Connor just like beats up a bad guy and it's like spray paints a monkey on the wall next to him.
That's basically what he's doing. Yeah, if he finds, like, going into the whole, like, finishing cleaning up the area around his grandfather goal, like, take out a gangbang or something, just Wukong symbol next to him, move on.
Stop moving! Stop moving! I'm doing the stencil.
It's brown around the edges and a little thing of peach right there where the face ought to be. There you
Simba.
go. Jaden, on the other hand, gets a visit the next morning. Not from her mother directly. She identifies herself as one of your mother's handmaidens, which really means one of her hunting partners. She has a little cadre of female hunters that she hunts with.
Mhm.
At least according to the Percy Jackson novels. I haven't actually looked at the myths. Anyway. And she shows up to tell you what a good job your mother's aware of the good job you did. It's a shame the body count was so high, but you saved who you could. Your band acted very well together, had each other's back, Basically, she approves of you and of your friends. At least as much as you can approve of, a spawn of Wukong.
Egyptian
fair.
heifer.
Good to have on your side in a fight. Watch him any other time.
Mhm.
So we'll wrap here. Other than that, y'all have when we start up next, y'all will have had a couple of weeks to recover from wounds. Graffiti up the city.
Will I have gotten the legend back from doing Wukong's task?
As long as you spend a lot of the downtime,
He's doing. He's
I
gonna
mean,
keep going.
fighting gangs is leaving it as a marker when you beat people up is perfectly acceptable.
That's basically what he's doing with it.
The police in the area kind of fuss. Everybody pretty well knows clearly that's him doing that.
Mhm.
But proving that it's him doing that is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And, are we going to piss off the monkey god if we, paint over that?
All of a sudden, Olympus has a lot of Wukong symbology in it. All of a sudden.
God.
All right. Oh, somebody say something?
Nah,
No.
that
Okay.
was something for after game.
All right, then. Hope y'all had fun. I had a lot of fun running this. Glad Rap and Duba managed to make it for the tail end, at least. Always sucks when, work and real life gets in the way of the important stuff.
Basically, our department was shut down hella early, so our boss looked at us saying, "You close up Chef Case, you guys can go home."
Quick, close the chef case.
That's actually
There was
what
2 puffs
I
of
believe.
dust, and they were gone, closing stuff down.
Choo!
Yeah.
All right. So, is there? Let's see, Deca. Your thing was a one shot.
I
right?
don't have. Yeah, it was just a one shot. So nothing must on Wednesday. I believe session 1 is Thursday though. For
Oh,
a Knight's
session one
Ransom.
for the new Maddie's new
Yes.
D&D campaign.
Yes.
We got 5th edition on Thursday. What was it? Knights something?
Knight's a Knight's Ransom.
A Knight's Ransom. Homebrew campaign. I believe you had mentioned before.
Yes.
Then Nothing Friday should have the Stolen Cities, also a D&D 5th edition campaign on Saturday. Monday, are they doing their session 0 Monday?
I think they're just going into it.
Oh, that's right. Because this is just a season 2. This isn't necessarily a restart.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Because it's the same players.
Is it still called Troubleshooters? Okay, so Troubleshooters season 2 should start up, which is D&D 5e in a sort of alternate history setting. And that's of course Cap running that one. And then we'll be back here on Tuesday. So hope y'all will join us then. We will see y'all later.